Let's look at some hands from folks out in the field, live poker.
All right. Some of these are from over a week ago, so I might have to remember some of the thought process, but it shouldn't be that hard. Um, okay. Oh yeah, so this guy, I've talked about him before. I play against him a lot. Usually able to push him around. He'll let you know when he has something very strong. So this is, I mean, probably not supposed to, but I love to play against him heads up in position. So, and I think I can push him around in that spot. I also don't know how I feel about this one. We're both pretty deep, I believe, at this point. So I'm very happy to play to three bet a hand like this. I think this is
So
kind
you
of
do
light.
not anticipate generating folds. You're going to get a call, and then you think
Yeah, I mean,
playing your position, you're going to have a
I think, yeah,
postage advantage.
yeah. Well, he'll fold a decent amount of time, which is fine. Um, But he also like this guy's not calling. This guy's pretty nitty. I mean, I haven't seen him do many, double calls. So where like I there's plenty of times where he'll just call behind, and then when I three bet, I've done this a couple of times where I had three bet and he just folds behind even after the player calls, which a lot of the time when they call, usually it brings in another call. But um I mean, I expect to get some folds. Sometimes he'll call. I mean, he four bets so super linear, which is fine because then I just run with basically anything um, other than top of range. So we get this flop. We flop the absolute nuts, and this guy checks to me, and I bet I go somewhat small here. I honestly think I like a smaller size than this, I think, just to really get him to raise off his strong shit and because I don't um we're already at a SPR of, you know, 4.5 here. So I think that it's I kind of want the smaller size. I'm trying to, because right now when I do this bet, I'm trying to figure out what exactly I'm going to do on the turn. I know that he plays super aggressively with top pair hands. So like if he's ever flopping a top pair here, he three bet all of his over pairs. And if he ever flop top pair, he's gonna check raise at a high percentage, and all of his sets are gonna check raise. So he's extremely capped here. I mean, even on drier boards, he'll do this. Like this is the guy that check raised me multi-way with Queen Jack offsuit on a dry board. So we get this turn, which actually gives us equity. So now when he checks, I don't like this. I think I'm in the spot where I basically have one choice here. It's to jam. What do you guys want to do?
As far as two,
Yeah, I think I kind of just have to jam
you've
or
got
check.
40 on flop, right?
40 on the flop. Now the other thing that I do know about this player is that I don't have to like he's gonna float me wide in three bet pots. And I have tried to go very small for value, targeting hands that he has shown me, like the specific hand that I'm targeting, and he's folding those hands often. So like there's a couple of times where I'm like, I'm pretty confident that he just has an under pair here, so I'm gonna go super small, target that hand, and he'll fold.
Mhm.
So those are the two things going through my head is that I can go pretty small and target those hands. I think he's going to have a lot of pocket nines here, pocket tens, pocket eights, stuff like that. I think he doesn't have a ton of Jack X at this point, and if he does, it's very weak Jack X. And I think that the best option is to just jam here and make him fold all of his Jack X and his nines, eights, and everything like that. That's what I would say.
What about if you bet 60 here, then you've got about a pot size bet left behind, right?
Yeah, I could do that.
It's
I
just an
like I
awkward
like 60.
size.
I like
That's what
60
I'm.
shove river.
Well, yeah, it is awkward. I think when I go 60 here, if I go 60 here, we got we got 220-ish in the middle, 210 in the middle, and we got
No, it's gonna be 310.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. 310 in the middle.
You will have 350
I think I
for
like 60.
pot size.
Actually, I don't hate that if you go 60 here because we get a little bit more value from his tens and nines and stuff that we are going to make fold on the river. I think his jacks are going to fold when I jam on the river either way. So actually, I do kind of like 60 here instead. I went 100, which was just I miscalculated stack sizes here. I'm thinking I remember when I ran through it then after I was like, oh, I don't like that bet at all because I looked at his stack after I bet. I go 100 and I was like, oh shit, that's not good because when he calls here now, I have a B75 on the river here.
You're
Um
facing a much more filtered range if he calls.
yes, so I would prefer I like either that 60 or a jam, I think. I think those are the two options here. He folds anyways. It doesn't matter, but I just didn't. I think this sizing is bad. I think that this was a miscalculation of stack size and a when we go, and honestly, even mi without miscalculating stack size, even if we were deeper, when I go 100 here, I am filtering in. Like, this is going to get called by stronger hands a lot of the time. I mean, like Queen Jack, King Jack. I mean, that's the thing though, is like I still think I can make him fold those hands by the river against this player. Like I've made him fold. I have made him fold very strong hands before. So
Did he
I would
show you? You
say
said he showed you what he folded?
no, no, not this time. He didn't show me.
Okay.
He folds here, but so I'm gonna think he's either floating me with some sort of like I don't know what he's floating with. Maybe like King Queen, some sort of two overs for a small bet on the flop, and then he just or he has an under pair and he's just gonna fold basically no matter what I did here. But
Yeah.
we get it through, even though I don't like it. I think that the better size is either go super small again and then jam river or just jam turn here, is what I think.
I mean, I think the fundamental is that you want a pot size bet left if you're going to triple barrel bluff. So you want a pot size bet left at end. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot harder to accomplish live than it is online, but that's I think the fundamental.
Yeah. Yeah, it is going to be harder when open size is much larger. So
Yeah.
everything's going to play, even though we're deep, it's kind of playing like 100 bigs anyways.
Right.
Um, yeah.
You make it 40 pre-flop.
What do you think going 40?
No, you can
Because
make it 40 pre-flop.
yeah, I agree. I think that in this spot, it's like my
But
hand
I
wants to
mean,
generate fold equity as well, though. So I do kind of
uh,
want to go bigger, you know?
I don't really think it matters that much. I think
So what do you
that
think if he's
they're still
calling
gonna
small?
call you like the range that gonna call you versus a 40 as opposed to a 50. I think it's gonna be the same unless you like jack it up to like 40,
75.
like yeah, 60, it's like 70, 75. Then I think it'll make a difference. I think between 40 and like somewhere around 55, 60, those motherfuckers are just they're gonna call you with the same shit.
Actually, I think that might be a good adjustment then maybe so we can have deeper stacks going into the river. We can
Yeah.
three
So
bet because they're probably going to get there at the same range. I don't think they're really thinking as much about size. And it's like I have
they're
good
not
hand, I call good hand.
they're definitely not thinking that that's the other thing that I turn around doing. It's like when I actually have a good hand, I bump it up just a little bit if I notice that they're just calling the same fucking range. Might as well like when I have a stronger hand, put in a little bit more money.
Yeah, I think that's a good adjustment. I think I'll make that adjustment in future. Yeah, I think so. If we go 40 here, we have 20 less in the middle getting to the flop. We're at 90. Yeah, that does affect the stack size a lot. Um, yeah, because then on 90, I see bet 30, we're into 140, and then now I kind of have a little bit more to play with. I could go really small then again on the turn and then jam the river and have a solid over bet still.
Yeah, but I think we're nitpicking. I think it's fine.
I just don't like the turn size. I think that this is bad. I think we can probably
Yeah.
all agree that this is not the right size. Like this should be either very small or just jam.
Yeah, we all do. We all do wrong sizing. I
Yeah.
do it a couple times in a session.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Which actually makes me want to look at this hand. This is the hand from yesterday I played. So kind of a light ISO, but I'm not getting three bet, so I'm okay with got ISOing a bit wider. Usually not getting called too much either. So, but this time we end up getting in the middle of the sandwich. So we get here. This is the flop. I think my hand naturally really just wants to check, and I'm going to check my range out of position a lot of the time
Yeah.
in a multi-way pot. Now he checks through. So now we think that I think this guy's uncapped and he can still have some Jack X that's going to check the flop. I think this guy is super capped because he's pretty aggressive. Like he's going to bet off a lot of his pairs in general and his draws. So he is pretty capped. This guy's uncapped. Um, Now we get an ace of clubs on the turn and it checks to me. What do you guys want to do here?
This looks like a complicated card.
It is a complicated card. It's a very interesting spot. I think I think I go to like 30.
Sam?
So what is this range?
We think he doesn't have flushes. We think he has flush draws. He has some ace X that just got there. He has some Jack X that didn't bet.
Because now
He
the guy in
straight draw
position, now
in
the guy in
position.
position is it's like he could have nutted hands. That's how I
I think
usually
that
go by. Like, you think he's gonna bet all his flush draws on the flop?
from what I had seen, he was betting pretty aggressively with a lot of his draws. Um, and he had major tells. Like you could see his pulse was exploding when he was bluffing. Like I called him off one time super light because I was looking at him and his pulse was about like his neck was about to explode. He was so nervous.
Is he
But
is he
yeah,
flatting with like offsuit broadways?
he's flatting with a bunch of bullshit. Like he got there was a three bet pot we played out. This was later on, but three bet pot we played earlier where I opened pocket jacks and some guy that I perceived as pretty tight. He calls me, and then this guy, the next guy, three bets to a pretty large size, and I just caught flat with jacks, and he calls behind with 9-7 offsuit.
Naturally, like on this kind of a turn, I faced this situation last night. Like I would just go small because I it's a flush completing turn. They play draws passively, so I just want them to raise off with their flush. And
Hmm.
secondly, I don't want them to fold like pocket sevens with a club in them because that hand is drawing like dead.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I would
I
probably bet small, like 20, like 25, something like that.
I would
okay.
bet large,
So
and I would bet large because I think that they have plenty of inelastic hands we can get a lot of value from. I think all of their ace-x calls one time for 50 or 60, and I think I think that the king of clubs calls the same amount.
okay. Well, I was in Scotty's boat, so I think that this guy's capped. But he has some inelastic hands like ace X that didn't come out and bet here, but he still has some of those. He is a more passive player, but he actually plays his draw super aggressively and his value super passively. Very weird. Never seen it before. But um I think this guy is pretty capped because he plays pretty aggressively with everything. So I think that there's plenty of inelastic hands to attack here, ace X and club draws. So I go 45 in this spot. And then this guy folds and this guy calls. And now we get like the worst river ever. And this guy checks to me. And what do you guys want to do after going 45 here? What do we think his range is? And what do we want to do about it?
Weak ace, or he has some kind of a pair plus a miss, like king 10 offsuit. Does he call you? You're open with king 10 off with a club in him.
Probably.
So he's either missed it or he has some kind of a ace X. I don't think like When you bet 45, I think they just check raise. Like if they have any kind of a weak flush,
Yep,
right?
a
If
decent
they,
amount of the time.
yeah, if they have like, even if you bet 45 and he has 7-8, he is just gonna raise the turn. Like all the money is going in. So I think he either miss or he has like an ace. I
I,
would
yeah,
I would just put the money in if that's the case.
yep.
So my other question is, do we think an ace folds on a flushing board here?
Not when he only has 120 and the pot is 140.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
I
All
would
right.
Target
just
I
flush an
mean,
ace.
that's what I did, but I was kind of in the spot here. I was like, okay, so he has missed draws. He has like maybe some portion of the time, but smaller portion of the time, Jack X. So I think he has a lot of missed draws, Ace X and Ace X. And then he has a small portion of Jack X or other smaller pairs that I'm not going to get a lot of money from. So just put the money in. He folds,
Hmm.
but um, yeah, I was kind of wondering here. I was like, and that was the other thing too, is that I was like, if he has an ace, he's not raising me. If he has a flush, he's if he has a weak flush, I don't know if he raises me. I'm not sure. So I don't really see the merit in going small here because he's a passive player. So that's kind of where I kind of thought to probably just put the money in, and when he has strong hands, we get called off. I just kind of thought that maybe this is greedy when the board has a flush on it. Like ace X maybe gets a little bit, you know, elastic here for play for all their whole stack.
I
But
think you made
I
that.
don't
I
see.
think you made that decision on the turn when you went for the 45 to 50. You were targeting the ace X and flush draw portion of his range. So
Hmm.
going back now and going, well, let me keep the because a bunch of jacks folded on the turn.
That's what I thought is
Yeah.
that a lot of
So
jacks fold on the turn.
yeah.
I no my point is that like my idea was that does the ace X get a little bit less sticky when there's a flush out there? Is pretty much then am I going too big here to
Not
target
for
ace X?
not for less than pot.
no.
Okay.
If he had what you had, if he had 300 left,
Yeah.
and maybe the 2x overbet. But
Yeah,
no, you were less than pot. Yeah, I don't think
yeah.
you
They're
I don't
not
think you have
gonna.
anything.
No, they're not gonna fold. Like if they flatted you with like ace eight suited, they're not gonna fold trips on the river. Forget that.
Which I didn't think so, but he tanked,
Yeah.
which I don't know, maybe sometimes I was just kind of I don't know what he had. He never told me, but or said anything. But yeah, I just I don't know how I'm not sure how I felt about that one. But this one, so we have a straddle on the button. We get a call from the small blind. I open to 25.
And just going back one step on the previous hand, real quick. If you made the small choice on the turn, then I think the small choice is still available on the river. I don't know that it's the
Hmm.
best, but it's available. I think once you made the large turn, your only good choice was the large river. Okay, go on.
Okay. I, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking here was that when I go big, that I already decided to target the inelastic portions of his range. So now we just put the money in on the river.
Yep.
Um, all right. Get called in two spots. Where's the guy that plays any two?
Yeah.
This guy plays any two.
Yeah.
Checks.
He had king 10 with a king of clubs. That was his exact hand. That's why he tanked on the river. Should I really call a bluff with the 10? And did you really want to bet small enough to get a 10 to call on an eight when there were still aces out there? Yuck. Go on.
Yeah. All right. Well, so checks to me. What do you guys want to do on a board like this?
Like value, I would just bet.
Okay, I agree. I did come out and bet. I'm not sure how much I love this multi-way though. Like heads up, out of position, thick value, I like betting a lot. And multi-way, it gets very awkward with, one pair hands.
Yeah, I would just like revert to the back good old day, Sam. Just like when you have thick value, bet till they could raise you. If they can't
Hmm.
raise you, that means you have the best hand.
That's what I was kind of thinking is that in this spot, when we check through, we give up a lot of, we don't really want to give away a lot of free turns here. We want to get capture value from draws and weaker queen X, 7X, and everything else.
Yeah.
So I think there's plenty of hands that can call that are going to check often here. My hand doesn't value from benefit from check raising, but it also doesn't benefit from checking through. So I think I just want to bet here often. So I do come out and bet. I go 35.
Yeah.
I this is another thing is sizing and multi-way with thick value. Like I kind of bump it up a little bit. Like I know we're normally supposed to go small, but I kind of bump it up more because it's like all the hands that are going to call are probably going to call it either size, at least on the flop. So let's go bigger and
Yeah,
uh,
I
get
agree.
okay. So I go 35 and we get called in two
You can
spots.
even go get big, like even bigger, like
Right,
40, 45. I don't think it matters that much.
right, right.
They're still calling you with the same type of hands.
Yeah. And at this moment, I wouldn't call it, I called it thick value until you got called in two places, and I don't call it thick value anymore.
No, I would still bet. I
Okay.
wouldn't because the board is wet. Like I would expect a set of fours to race. The guy in position has the strongest range.
Oh, just,
Yeah.
I
What
didn't, you're talking about betting the turn now, right? You didn't mean you
no,
still
like
bet the flop.
after
I'm
like
agree
give
with you betting the flop. I
yeah.
100% agree with the flop bet. I meant after you've gotten called in two places, we described the hand as thick value, and I agree it was. Once you got
Yeah.
called in two places, even before this 10 came out, it's no longer thick value. It's scared value.
No, it's still thick
All right.
value.
All right. Good enough.
Well, I did feel like scared value, but I still went for it here.
Yeah, but it's still value. It's still value. But I'm just saying it's okay. I'll change it for this. You had thick value on the flop. You have uncomfortable value on the turn. Let's see what you do uncomfortable.
So
So I
on
would like on the flop, like this is how I usually do it. Like when I bet, I would just pay attention to the guy when he's calling in position, like the speed that they're calling. If they have to think, then I
I'm s-
would
yeah,
be a little
he's the
worried.
guy. He's the guy I'm staring at. Is the guy that I'm focused on his like when we're betting through, I'm just looking at his eyes and watching him as new cards come out, not looking at the board because I want to see how he's reacting to new cards
Yeah.
and I because I think he does have the strongest range here. So
The in position player, right?
yes,
Yeah.
in position
Okay,
player is
good.
who I'm more focused on in the spot. He's also more capable of bluffing and everything. I just think he's a more capable player. He plays like a shitty opening range, but post flop he seems to play. I mean, he bets thinly for value and does some
Yeah. I
decent
don't
shit.
I don't say this all that much, but like I find that like the speed which people act facing a bet, like it's the same thing when they open. Like there's a timing tell in them. Like you could tell by sometimes even if they don't vary their sizes, the the subtle pause before they open, those kind of thing, it kind of gives off like the strength of their hand. Like last night I was playing with this regular and I noticed that he didn't change his size, but there was like a pause when he raises from the cutoff. And in my mind, I wasn't in the hand, but I was like, this is probably a weaker range. Well, it turns out I was right. It was like 3-6 suited. And then when he did three bet with pocket jacks, it was like an immediate. So the it's like he saw the hand and was like, this is within the three bet range. So immediately he three bet.
Mhm. And then he
So
had to
like
think about it. Do
yeah,
I want to run it with like 5-6 suited here or something like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Like there's a timing tell, like how quick they call. And sometimes it changes. You can't like could change from person to person. Some people would pause a lot with like if they have like queen jack here. Some people would pause a lot to debate if they're gonna raise or not. So you really actually have to pay attention at the table, like what kind of psyche is this guy in?
This
So
guy's
let's,
he's calling quickly here.
yeah. So let's do one thing with that in mind for ourselves. For the next 3 weeks, the exercise to add is this: before any action, one breath in, one breath out. Nothing happens before that.
Yeah,
Just do that.
Yeah, no,
Just
I'm
add that to it. Just
thinking
add that to fuck other people up who are trying to get comedy tells off you.
Oh, I think for a long time on almost every street when I'm playing, like I'm always
Mhm.
sitting here like, what is their range and
Yep,
how exactly do I want to attack it right now? Like, what do I think? So here I'm in the spot
yep.
of, okay, I think we have a lot of flush draws that we're up against. We have weaker queen X. We're gonna find out pretty quickly when we're behind. I think I still have enough value to bet here. Um,
I
I
agree.
I was just kind of going, okay, so what's a small enough size that I get called that it's still unprofitable for them to call with a flush draw, and I can keep them wide coming into this river with a like I think a lot of the time we're going to be heads up by the river here, but I think that we're going to be in a spot where like what are they going to call that's going to be unprofitable for a flush draw, and their weak queen X will still stick around, and I mean the 7X is probably gone either way, but so I think I go like 65, yeah, so I go 65 here because that's unprofitable for them to call with a flush draw. Except in position, they do have good implied odds, but there's no way they're taking my stack whenever they think they're flush on the river. So they think they have them, but they don't. Um, this guy calls. This guy folds.
That's
Now we get
good.
so now we're in this spot. And what do you guys want to do here? I
Jam.
Scotty, did you go 120 on the turn?
I went 120 on the turn for the same reasons as you, but same reasons as you, as I said, I thought a flush draw would call 120 and it wasn't profitable. And I thought weaker queen X was called 120. So on the exact same reasons, I came up with 120 and you came up with 65.
No. Okay.
Yeah, like in this turn, I feel like they would have a lot of like 10x plus a flush draw that would call a bigger bet.
Okay.
I mean,
I feel like so this is part of this sizing is one, we want to be unprofitable with them. We have a lot of hands that are gonna get we have a lot of hands that are gonna get that are inelastic and we want to charge them. But I still don't want to go massive here, multi-way with one player in position who I think has a very strong, who still has a strong
yeah,
range. And then I really just don't incentivize them to still like their turn raise. We still want them to raise with their strongest hands here. Like when they turn Queen 10, if I go 120, do we think they're still gonna be raising off a lot of the time here? I mean,
Yep, because of this flush draw.
yep.
They want to make
okay.
maximum because they invite the flush draw in the small blind in with their call puts makes it even better for the flush draw to come in.
You know what? Yeah, probably right. They probably still raise off their queen 10 here if I
Yeah,
and they're
Oh yeah,
random.
they're definitely raising off with the queen 10 here.
Okay, then I don't
Like
like
I
this sizing. I kind of thought that this is a if we go small enough to make it unprofitable and get value from those hands, but we can also allow them a chance still to raise off their strong hands here.
no, I yeah.
Okay, I don't like
okay.
it then. I agree.
I'll give you another possible thought in their head when you go the bigger. So rather than, oh, it's bigger, he's stronger, he's going to bet the river, I can get it in on the river. They may just go, oh, he loves his hand, let's get it all in now. When if he has a flush draw, it doesn't fold. Or when the other guy has
Hmm.
a flush draw, we charge him for it. Maybe that's their thought. So when they have,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so that's the thought. And yes, Queen 10 is definitely in a capable any two player's range. You can have Queen 10 here, sure.
7-10. He can have 7-10, all
Sure,
that shit.
sure,
Um,
absolutely.
Yeah, but he doesn't like once you did this action, he doesn't
Yeah,
have it. Like
yes.
once
And
he call, he doesn't have it.
yeah,
so I like the thought process here. Maybe I just wasn't thinking about it completely correctly, though, is that I thought that when I go bigger here, I still don't incentivize him to raise off all of those
okay,
super strong hands. So I think
right,
thought process is okay, but maybe we need to adjust that we think on this board multi-way with one player still left to act, but probably he's still going to raise off his strongest
right.
hands here. So we can just
Okay,
go bigger and fold to raises.
gotcha. So
Or,
let me throw one more thing in there that'll get you to the bigger size also, which is just remembering our multi-way theory, small on the flop is kind of standard and pot on the turn is kind of standard because if the hand goes multi-way and someone calls you, if your hand isn't good enough to pot it, it's probably not good enough to bet. not true in all cases, but it sort of gives you that sort of default framework. So now when you want to go significantly smaller, you want to have a very good reason,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then the last beat on this is just look at, you wanted it to be unprofitable. So he had to call 65 into 316, which is about
So
1/5.
33%. Yeah. So he
Uh,
needs 33%. He needs 20% to call. He's not getting 20%,
right.
but
But he doesn't, he needs 33% here. Um,
he needs
the
20.
pot
No,
is
he needs
going
20% to call. When I
right.
bet,
No, I'm
when
saying,
I
right.
bet
I'm
a little
saying,
bit
but
more than 33.
is it, you bet a little bit more than 33, but what are the odds he needs for it here? Take a look at
Oh,
what
he
his call
probably
is.
needs.
So he has to call 65 to win what will be 315.
Hmm.
It's like 5 to 1, more
Yeah,
than
it's
5 to 1. It's like,
it's a little less than 5/1, but he needs, so 5/1, he's got about 20% with his draw,
yeah,
and you're saying, and you're charging him about 24% or something. So you are charging him. So you're making it a little bit unprofitable, assuming he can't get a penny on the river, but not a lot unprofitable. I think we want to,
That's
that's
true.
my other argument for bigger is, again, your thought process is I want it to be unprofitable. It's like, it's not so bad. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
look at
true.
it.
Go a bit bigger.
65
We go
into
to.
316. It's not so bad.
So I think we just
Okay.
go like 85 then at least.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. All right.
Um.
River.
Okay. All right.
river, it's the interesting spot.
Yes. So what do you guys want to do here? I don't like what I
Jam.
did, but I
I
agree.
want to check.
I want to jam.
Yeah, I want to check because we already established his range is very weak because we bet small on a wet dynamic board, and then we bet small again on a wet dynamic board. That means he has a lot of flush draws, first of all. And this is one of the old um crush life poker thing. Like it's check the top trips when you have it out of position in these kind of pots because technically you could have aces and kings here,
And what,
and
try to get them to spaz?
yeah, that induces them to bet bluff more. So his range is very weak right now. It's a lot of flush draws. Maybe he checks back a showdown value hand, but on a turn, on a river pairing top card, I feel like if they have a queen, they're probably gonna bet for value. Like let's say he has like queen nine suited or queen eight suited. I think he's just gonna value own himself here. And then on top of that, we give him rope to bluff the flush draw. Because
I would
let's
say
be
he's capable, but this board is I feel like this is a less likely board to be bluffed after I go bet into him.
yeah, but this is one of the things when the top card chain paired is when
Hmm.
they would bluff a little bit more because there's just more in your range that would fold. And most people would not check here
Ca-
with
ca-
with trips.
Can I
So
Yeah.
try?
I
Those
would
I
are good
check.
personally,
reasons.
I personally would bet 75 here, and I give you some reasons. So first of all, he can have pairs like pocket eights, pocket nines, maybe, right? Or pocket jacks
Yeah.
that would call. If he has a queen somehow, he probably raises anyways, and we can call. And if he thinks, because he's capable of doing plays, if I read this correct, then he might think he can bluff off anything. So we are basically bet small calling anyways, whatever he is doing. So I
Yeah.
think
I mean,
10x could call against the 75, 7x might call against 75. So I see a lot of merit why we could bet small here. Does it make
I
sense?
think I no, I agree with you. That's kind of what I did. So, except I don't like what I did quite as much because of significant sizing, not pot sizing, not like
Hmm.
actual sizing.
Well,
So,
before you put out your size, let me just throw mine in, which is if you're going to do the small to induce, I think this is a situation where you might consider insultingly small, because I think you need to insult him into raising you when he has a hand that
mhm.
isn't going to win, then a hand that isn't going to, you bet 30 or 10 or 15, and he can't call you with a hand, but he knows you're weak and he decides to raise you. So that's one possibility.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think they're gonna raise
every yeah,
75.
yeah, right. Yeah, I think 75 is an actual blocker bet, which will actually function like a blocker bet and make him bluff less. So I
Yeah.
think that when you're going to try to collect value from the bluff portion of his range, you should be checking or betting insultingly small. I think those are the ones that are
So
most likely to get the raise.
M-
So,
My
so
I
yeah,
agree with you, but my idea wasn't as much to induce is that we filter we still have weaker hands within his range here. So he has
right,
misdraws, he has Queen X. His Queen X is raising me 100%. This guy's aggressive. Like he's gonna raise me
yeah,
with Queen X.
right,
I have his Queen X beat. He's three betting all of his ace queen. He is more aggressive
yeah, yeah,
pre-flop,
yeah,
even
yeah,
though he plays any two.
yeah.
So we're in the spot where it's like we can go. He still has 10x. This guy's a bit sticky. I can get value from 10x here
Hmm.
if I go smaller, and he's gonna jam off all of his queen x anyways.
Right,
So I don't really think he's gonna be bluffing all that much on this board in
right.
general. So
So
I go,
with that analysis, here's my question though. There's one reason why I think you can go bigger against 10x, which is
mhm.
doesn't the 10x and the pocket jacks, which are the same hand, and maybe even pocket nines are the same hand.
He doesn't have
Don't
pocket jacks, but he
Okay,
does
you're right.
have
Okay,
he
he
can have
does.
some
Okay,
10x.
okay. Doesn't does his 10x get stickier in the top card pairs? And he goes, well, that gives you less queens.
Yeah,
It
it
pushes
does get
you
a
to
bit
flush
stickier.
draws. So can you bet bigger? So now let's see your size. So that's my thought is that is that against his 10x portion, which isn't going to raise you. So
But then
what's your
maybe,
size?
I actually maybe I like my sizing. I kind of thought that my sizing was too big to target 10x
Oh
here.
no. Oh no,
I
that's a great size for 10x.
I thought that this in game I was like I can go this is still pretty small. I mean it's not technically small. In game it's significant. So that's what I
Right,
was kind of thinking. That's what's weird is balancing like pot size and
right.
significant sizing. And how often are we going to get called for $100 bet with 10x? Um So I go 100 here because I think I filtered a weaker range, and I think all of his queens are going to raise me off anyways. So I
Hmm.
can just go small to
Yeah.
target his 10x and stuff like that. That somehow got here. I'm just still trying to figure out like 7x. I don't know how often we're getting called by 7x here, but I mean, he can have. What? It's just hard. It's really hard. I mean, he plays any two, so like it's harder to range here because it's like what is he floating with and getting here
Yeah.
with that contains a 10. But so I go 100 here, and
Right.
then he jams. We call. So I at first I when I was reviewing myself, I kind of thought that I was like maybe this is a bad size here. Um, But now, you know what? It's the more I think about it, like in game, I guess the thought process was pretty solid that it's like, all right,
Yeah.
well, we got here with a weaker range. He's going to get more sticky on a board like this. So let's go, like we are able to filter a smaller range. So let's go smaller. He has misdraws that we're not getting anything from. He has some 10x within his range. Let's target his 10x for 100. All of his queen x raises anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as
Okay.
you're sizing properly to target what you want to call, I think that it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like a check as much. I understand the check because the check does make me look like I'm sitting here with kings or aces
Yeah.
often. So, but it's like, how often are people really going to start blasting off on a board like this as a bluff? I think I don't think it's as likely, even if we do. I mean, like his queens are going to bet. I think when we check and he jams, I don't think it's a bluff. I think
Oh
it's Queen
yeah.
X.
If you get me, I would bluff here.
Right.
If
Yeah.
you go
Well,
bet small on the river and you check this card, I'm bluffing.
Sam, you don't know what my face looks like, and I know what yours looks like, so I'm gonna come out to California and we're gonna play together. All right, yeah, so I call, I'm ahead. I flip it over and he's like, what the fuck? And leaves. But so we were good. So now I didn't like this hand, but now you know what? I just thought my reason for not liking this was the balance between significant sizing and like I kind of was in the boat that you are, Scotty, to target his weakest hands, was to go like 40 to target tens, but I was like, maybe that's better. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, well, I did this in game because I know their 10x gets sticky. And here I wouldn't, I don't know if I would want to jam. I mean, maybe a jam gets him the full 10x here, but he's a sticky player and he's going to have, and at this point, he's already in. I mean, I don't even have a pot size bet.
Yeah, yeah. The thing that I think is perfect about this hand is you were precise saying I'm targeting 10x for the call and he'll raise his queens, and I believe 10x calls 100. And whether you're right or
Okay.
wrong, you're the best player in the world, and so you acted on that information. I
Thanks, Scotty.
do I think 10x do I think 10x bet calls bigger than this? When because mine was just jam, was that I thought 10x called bigger. So go back, just let me look at 316. He's got 225 left. He's got 10x. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I was
so
in
for the
between.
same reason as you. Yeah, for the same reason as you. I'm jamming here, but it's the
Well,
same reason.
that's what I was in between is that I think that I don't know if I would want to bluff a 10 here. But
Right.
I also, which puts me at like a 50-50. It's like a lot of the time I run the inverse, but this is a spot where it's like, I don't really want, like, I don't really love jamming here to target a 10x. And I also wouldn't want to jam here to fold a 10x. Like, this is a 50-50 calling spot, I feel like. And I
Yeah.
don't really want to run that in this spot. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to run a bluff against a 10 here, but I also, because I feel like it's 50-50 if whether I get called or
Right.
not.
Right.
I don't think it's a guaranteed he's folding, and I don't think it's a guaranteed he's calling. So I was like, maybe we go here and we get him to raise off all his queens, and then still definitely capture value from all his 10x.
Right.
So that was kind of
Mm.
the thought there.
Mhm.
So, one last thing I think about this is like you used 100. I said 75 would be good, but
I don't hate 75
I,
either.
no, no, no. But I'd say after rethinking, actually, it's not a good sign. So I would prefer Scotty's Jam because maybe it looks more bluffy than 100 or 75. Because what are you actually betting for 75 bet folding? Are there a lot of hands who would do that?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not bet folding anything. I could have I mean, maybe a pure bluff that I bet fold.
But then maybe it's better to use a little bit smaller sizing, maybe 50, or something like this. So at least it looks like for him that you could fold against a raise. With 100, I feel like it's very hard to admit. At least if I would be villain and someone bets 100 and I see he has 125 left, I'm like, yeah, that
Not
Well,
bluffing.
well, but I,
he's
I
not
just
bluffing. Sorry. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
dislike 50 for the reason being that when you're in this spot, like, all right, we already think we are not going to induce a ton of bluffs in a multi-way spot like this. So I don't think they're going to be running a lot of bluffs here. So then on top of that, when we're sitting here and we're saying, well, we can go 50 to try and get him the bluff, but we don't think he's going to bluff often. But we think his 10 will call more than 50 and his queen will raise everything. So let's go to a size that his 10x calls and his queen x raises.
Yeah. Sutton also put in a note. I just want to read it out. Says a player interested in bluffing is unlikely to wait until the river to start the line on this board, in my opinion. So that was also posted, and then Bub also the thing Bub posted already got said. Great.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I just don't think they're gonna run too many bluffs here. But even a bluffy player like this guy is capable, but I think this is a spot where he's not gonna find a lot of bluffs.
Did he have a queen?
Didn't show. I flipped over my hand
Oh, you didn't make
and
him show. Good.
He had
he
Queen
just
Jack and
well,
he left table.
I was pretty confident it was ahead, so
Yeah.
I just um flipped over quick and let him
Yep.
leave. So, all right. Here is a deviation from my normal strategy. We ISO and get called in every fucking spot.
All
New guy to the
right.
table. Don't know anything. We know that there's the typical two types of Asian guys you play with, the super wildly aggressive and the super passive. I don't know. He's an Asian guy. I don't know which one he is. Um, we got check. I'm checking here. Does anybody want to bet here?
No.
No. No.
No,
Nope. Okay, I agree. I think we get a lot of good things happen when we check. If it checks through, we get to try to realize and we get to understand their ranges a bit more, even though I'm probably not going to get out of line on a board like this with 5 people in the pot. Um, so I check. So now he comes out and bets $40 into 4 players. What do you guys want to do?
40 into 100.
40 into 100, but the sizing is significant. And I think
It's kind of in between.
I would say that I don't have fold equity here. That's like when
Yeah.
I'm looking at this, when you bet 40, when he bets, which whether this is 40 into 100, whatever, I'm looking at the size that this is a big C bet for the game. And it's also into 4 people. I think I have
Yeah.
very little fold equity here.
yep. I'll give another one of why we do not want to raise here. It's not just it's um when you're heads up, a lot of your check raise value comes from the fact that they throw away their C bet hand. He's not C betting.
Yeah,
This is not
he's not continuing. Yeah,
yeah,
he's leading.
yeah, he doesn't have a responsibility to bet here.
Yes, true. I said C bet. I was wrong. He's
Yeah.
just
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So I think I have very little fold equity here. So
Yeah.
I said, I'm getting odds to call though. I can
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah.
One
Um,
time.
one time.
One time. And then you say out loud one time.
Think.
So now, do you want to donk here, or do we want to check here?
What's your SPR? Your SPR is around 2.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think he's got a lot of value here. I would continue to check. I think this is your check raise spot here.
I agree. I think I check here because I think when he bets $40 into 4 people and none of the super obvious draws complete that they're not paying attention to, like a flush draw came in, I would, if I had a flush draw, I would donk
Mhm.
here and I hit. But if I had with a straight, they don't look at them as much. So I think he's going to continue here often when he donks 40 into multiple players. And I think I also get a lot of information. Like some players do that weird shit where they're last act and they're just stabbing to try and take
Yeah.
it down with a 10 or some shit. So I think we get a lot of information. Like if we start coming out and betting massive, we're
Yeah.
just going to fold out all the bullshit that's stabbed. But I think we're kind of in between. Like we think that we didn't have a lot of fold equity. That's why we didn't check raise, but we weren't 100% sure because he dunked and he just bet 40 into 5 players or 4 players. So I thought that a check's good here because then we really get to understand his range. And when he comes out and bets large again, we just check raise massive, and that's good for us.
I
Or
like
we
that
just
plan.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. And when he checks through, I know what to target on the river. Like we know to go pretty small and target some weaker hands. So I check, and he comes out and bets 75. What size do you guys want to check raise to?
Just put all the money in.
Yeah, I think
I agree.
you shove here.
I agree. I think
he
I should have just
bet
jammed.
he bets 5 way and then he double barrels.
Yeah,
So I think this is like probably a good value hand. Just put the money in.
I completely agree. I think this is a lot of sets in 2 pairs or top pair, top kicker if he's passive and doesn't raise off ace queen. Um, I think we should just check jammed. I go to some fancy 200 for whatever reason. Not sure why.
And it's
I also
not
kind of
much
looked at
difference
it.
between the two. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing.
I also am going to say that I looked at his stack and he was not exactly organized with his stack, so it's kind of hard to tell how much I need to bet here. I know I have him covered though. I go to 200. I mean, he pretty quick calls, and the back door comes in. I don't give a shit about that. I jam. He calls. I don't know what he had, but yeah, I think the turn. I think this is a blunder. I think that we just jam here, even though we end up getting all the money. I think we just jam.
I don't think it's not a blunder. Like, there's not much
I
difference
think
between the
it.
two actions.
But think about it like
Considering what
this:
he
is
has
that what do
behind
we?
afterwards.
How much do we miss when he calls here and a flush comes in? How often is he actually gonna be able to get away from it here? Like I think there is some chance of him getting away from it if I go check raise jam on the river and a heart came on the river. I think that I do miss some sort of value here from his top of range hands if he gets away from them, which it's unlikely. I didn't think we have any fold equity, but I think
Yeah,
that
or
before.
Or if he has like ace five of hearts that he's gonna call now, but if he misses, not call the river.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
that's why you did it, because you wanted to make sure that you didn't get value from full value from his flush draws. I think that's really good
Yeah,
play.
you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I was like, I don't want to get max value here. I
No,
would prefer to
absolutely
let
not.
him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't think he had a flush draw here. I think he never has a flush draw here. But yeah, I just didn't. I should have fucking. I think I should jam because I think that there are some cards that he might fold out on the river too.
Hmm.
So I dislike it. But yeah, we jam. We get the money. But I think that this is bad. I think we just jam the turn. I think that's
Yep.
the better play. Um, here we go.
What,
Hand
and
still makes me.
what did happen on the river on it? I
He
didn't see
calls.
that.
He
I have no idea what
calls.
he
He
had.
calls. We don't know what
I
he
fl
had, and it's okay.
I
Great.
said
Okay.
straight right away. I knew I was ahead.
Yep.
So
Okay.
All right.
okay. What size do you guys want to use here? You guys listen, just check here.
This is
What are you in the big blind?
Yeah, I was kidding. I hope nobody says they want to
30.
check here. Yep,
yeah, I think 30 is what I was thinking.
you guys nailed it. It's almost like you guys have seen me play before. Um,
They're not folding. What the fuck,
I think
man?
I should go bigger. Honestly, I don't like this. I think I just go bigger. When we get
The,
this many limps, just go to 40. Like,
Well,
yeah.
you've got exactly what you want here. You got a heads up pot with a very good hand.
yeah, but we want to go heads up with a very good hand, but we also at this point, it wouldn't have surprised me to get called in more than one spot here. Even ISOing to 30. So I think I
Yeah,
should
40 is
probably just
fine.
go
I
big.
use 40 here sometimes.
I think 40 would be the right size. I'm out of position. I want to go bigger. I'm okay with generating folds. And yeah. So we get this flop. What do you guys want to do?
Hot.
Yeah,
Pot?
so what's your SPR? Your SPR is like 3, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think, I mean, you can make this a 3 street hand if you want and just go like think geometric, right? So 3 streets, 3 to 1, just bet like you could do like half pot, half pot, half pot.
All right, let's slow down. What is like normally on ace high board, I'm just betting small. I mean betting big or checking.
So we have a thick value hand. We're going to bet big.
He is what is his range?
I think he's got suited aces, pocket pairs. He's got flush draw.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know anything
Like
yet. I haven't bet,
suited
but
Broadway, king, queen,
There's a
bunch
lot
of
of ace X in his range
pairs,
too.
ace
mhm.
X.
I mean, the focus on making this a 3 street game is that you're gonna get value from all his ace X, and he's got some ace X here.
Does he stap with ace X? Like these are the kind of boards that they like tend to check back a little bit more. But even if he checks back, it really doesn't matter because we could go pot on the turn. That would be 150, 250. It'll still we could go pot and then we already have less than pot on the river.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like bet smoothing this. I like just half pot, half pot, half pot,
Or we
trying
could,
to
yeah.
extract value from these
I
ace
think
X that aren't going to fall to a half pot on river.
I played this hand like a week ago. I don't remember what I do. I don't think I go pot, but I think I go with I kind of looked at this as more of a three bet pot, the way it's inflated with a massive ISO, and that we want to target ace X, and flush draws. So let's go decently big here. I think we can go bigger. I just think that some of the weak aces start to get a little bit fuzzy when you start to go to massive sizes that are significant. So I go to 40 here. Um,
Which is fine.
I don't hate it. I like 40.
No.
I still stand by this size. Um, we get called. He quick calls. So like his
That's
range is
interesting.
ace
So
X, flush draws, maybe he still has some pocket pairs that are just not folding yet. They
yeah,
want to see one more card. So now we get a 9 on the turn. I think it was a 9. I don't remember exactly. So now what do we want to do?
I would go half pot again, setting up a
Okay.
half pot.
It wouldn't
Never
matter
jam.
what I don't think it wouldn't matter what you do. It, like structure it over two streets, just keep betting. I think that's like you could bet 50, 75, 100, doesn't really matter. He doesn't have that much.
Yeah, so if you put in 75 here, that makes the pot 300. He's gonna
Yeah,
have
he only has like
around a half pot
175.
left. I
Yeah.
think I think around 75, 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about this. I know what you guys are saying, but I think that I'm not really like, what exactly am I doing with this bet? I'm targeting ace X and flush draws, right? So yeah, it's good for targeting flush draws. Um, his ace X,
Like Ace Jack is just not gonna fold.
no, ace Jack's not folding. So that's what I kind of am like.
And
That's
I
what
mean
I'm
that's the
kind of in
value of a
between
half
here.
pot
I'm
bet
like,
here too. I mean if he's got like ace 10, ace jack, maybe even ace 8, it's very hard to fold that to a half pot bet on river.
well, I was thinking like going just stupid here. Like, I think I honestly see merit in like if he's never folding ace jack, right? Is he ever folding ace jack by the river here? What do we
No.
think? Okay.
Not with
And
this stack depth. I'm never
so let's
gonna
jam.
bluff a guy.
That's what I think we just jam. Like if we think that we bet somewhat big, we think his range contains pocket pairs, some pocket pairs here that just call and then aren't we're not getting a lot of money from. So when we go small here, like what we're targeting the flush draw that one, we want to take max money for them to call before we don't get anything on the river, and we just want to jam on like, and then their aces that just aren't folding, we just want to jam.
Jamming's
That's
fine,
what
but
I
I
was.
think I mean what about like ace 6, ace 7, ace 8 suited?
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing is that there is some of that. That's kind of what goes through my head here is that there is still some weak ace X that's going to call this ISO and isn't going to fold.
Maybe ace 10 gets away
And
from jam.
yeah, I think that we have very sh strong aces aren't folding, and we we some weak aces do, and then we want to get max value from flush draws, so we want to put in more money now. So I don't know. I think that maybe we don't jam, but maybe like does ace six fold to 100?
Nope. I
Yeah,
would
so I think
definitely
I think that this size is not it then. Maybe we even go, I think ace six, if ace six doesn't fold to 100, it probably doesn't fold to 125. So we probably go 125 here. And
yeah.
we super max out, get as much as we can from the flush draws, and then we get as much as we can from ace six, and then we just jam the river almost every time when we go 125. He's got 125 behind, and there's what is that? 400 in the pot. So
Yep.
yeah, I don't like this size, I think, personally. I think that we have some sticky aces that aren't folding, and we have flush draws that we want to get max value from now. So I dislike this size.
I
He
think it's
calls.
fine.
Quick call. So now I'm kind of like, what is good? I think he's got some flush draws still. I don't think he has any 5x for sure at this point. Like, there's no way he didn't raise a 5x at this point. Um,
They could.
this board,
Yeah, they could. I mean, but small portion wouldn't worry me. If he has 5x, congrats.
all right. We get this absolutely great river that we were looking for the whole time. What do you guys want to do?
This is unpleasant. I think we can check and then call.
if i- I'm gonna check, I'm just gonna say that they don't have the guts to bluff. Like all ace X is not gonna bet here. I just think we run out of. I don't like ticking check calling lines. Like
I don't
especially
either.
if he jams all in, I'm definitely folding.
Yep. So, so my thought process here is okay. So his range getting this river, we think is ace X and flush draws. His flush draws just got there. He has ace X that's not going to bet if we check to him. We miss value from those, and I think that I'm very capable of going bet fold here if I get jammed on.
Yeah, or you could block here. That is fine too. You could block like 50, 60, 70.
Okay.
I just don't
Let's
think
hear.
they're I don't think they're ever bluffing here. Like,
No, I agree.
yeah.
Rodney, anybody else? Rain, Dozer, Bub. What do you guys want to do here? Just get everybody incorporated. Check from Rodney. I just like check still. I think checks. I don't like check because of the idea that they're never betting an ace here on this board, and we're
I,
missing value from the aces. I just
I
think that if we're
personally
gonna bet, we have
like
to be
a
capable of folding.
I personally like a block bet like 30, like 30
Okay.
looks really good for me because I feel like ace X will call, and if he has a fluff, he will just jam.
Do you think ace X is ever gonna? Do you think ace Jack will call more than 30?
At this point, I wouldn't care about that because why? I mean, we want to get called. We don't want to put in a lot of money and get raised. Or is my thinking here off? So I
Okay.
personally would just target weaker aces, and ace jack is one of the weaker aces.
Yeah, I want to go bigger than 30 because I think ace Jack will call more. It's never gonna raise me, but it'll call more and it's not gonna bet this river.
Yeah.
Um, I think ace 10 will call more than 30. I won't.
Oh, okay,
And then
that's
we're just get raised by all the flushes. And when they raise the flush, I don't care what the odds are. I'm folding. Like I'm just never calling on the river.
okay. It's yeah. I mean, the only ace X that could call are ace jack, ace 10. Then there's ace 6, which is 9 kicker. So yeah, maybe if they call more, why not go bigger?
I go same bet. I go 70. He jams. I snap fold.
Yeah.
It's just never a bluff. He snap jams. I fold. And technically, yeah, the 30, yeah, I lose less money, but I also win less money when he doesn't get there, when a large portion of his range is still ace X, and when he doesn't get there and doesn't jam. Um, so I fold. But
But I
yeah,
guess the reasoning's the same, right? So we both like a block bet, which is
yeah,
good,
it's
I
still a block
guess.
bet. I just like a bigger block bet to get because I think his aces are going to call more than 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we miss value from his aces when we go to 30, and it's good for when we get raised, obviously, but it's not good for when it's not good for when we just get called.
Okay,
So
there's also one last thing about so sometimes I go with a small bet and I feel like I induce people to raise me when I do that. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, how often do you want? I mean, I don't think we're gonna get raised here as a bluff ever. Like
Okay.
these are rec players. They're not raising here as a bluff. This is a flush all day or a full
Hmm.
house. It's one or the other, and likely a flush. So we're just. I mean, we're snap folding here. We can't call ever. I think it's a terrible call if I did call. Um,
Bob, you play like online, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. So like this is the Ukrainian guy again. Yep. All right.
So what do we know about the Ukrainian guy?
He's going to fast play his strong hands. He is slightly better than most of pool just based off of pre-flop. Maybe he's read a pre-flop chart once or twice because most of the other players probably have never. So, that's what I would say I know is that he's going to play a stronger range. He opens his stronger hands, doesn't limp too often. He has a limping range, but mostly just opens. And this is before I think he's trying to adjust to my play, where he's trying to do, he's trying to um trap me more. But this was before that. So goes check. I'm like usual, I'm going to bet my range here when whether I have a king or not. And I'm gonna bet small on a three bet pot. Um Honestly, I was thinking about like deviating here. We still want them to raise off their strong hands. And they have plenty of pocket nines and sixes and stuff like that within the range. I don't think they're gonna have a ton of king nine suited that calls here, but we go. I think we could just go bigger with value when they're not going to adjust or realize that we're making that adjustment and get called by the same hands.
Yeah. One thing I want
So,
to say about your sizing is I don't really like it. I would go like 20 or maybe even way bigger, like 70.
okay. Why?
Because I believe if he's fast playing value, he will also do this with strong draws, I guess, something like Queen Jack of Hearts, stuff like this. So if you bet 20, he might check raise you, and he will never fold Queen Jack of Hearts against a 70 bet.
Yeah, I mean, he fast plays his strong hands. That doesn't mean he fast plays his draws. Like he is not from what I have seen, I haven't been like, oh, this guy's check raising me. Like I'm not calling him. There's certain times where I'm not calling him because I think he has a draw. I think it's because he has top pairs that are trying to protect themselves. Like a lot of the time, if this was like nine. If I had pocket aces here and it came out like 9, 6, 4 or some shit like that, and I bet small and he re-raised me, I'm gonna think that he has a lot of 9x in that spot because he's going to check raise his 9x to protect it from overcards, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
call where a lot of the time I wouldn't fold. I might not fold aces right away a lot of the time, but I probably will. I fold to most check raises without hands that can cooler their hand or big draws. So they're in that spot, but like, so I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen him. Nothing. I've played with him a lot of hours with him, and I've had nothing to make me believe that he's playing his draws aggressively enough.
Okay, but okay, another thing, do you think on this board and looking at the stack size and the pot size, would it be a good idea to make this a two-street hand?
Yeah, I no, I agree with going bigger. I think that 50 is a better size here. I think 50 is the best size because I think that all of his hands that call are going to call either way. Um, and that his and that when we go 50, what do we go? We got 180 in the middle. We just jam the turn. Yeah. Well, when he just calls 50, we did filter a stronger range that calls. He's gonna have flush draws. We want to jam all in their flush draws. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I want to make these adjustments. I think I still like these small sizes to get them to raise their strong shit.
Yeah.
Because it just gives you so much more clarity. Like when he just call when I go, so like if I'm here with and I go if I went 25 and he calls, I know I'm targeting a pretty weak range by the turn, but he's gonna have inelastic hands still. Like he's gonna have his flush draws, so I can go big to target those. But if it was King 9, 6 rainbow and I went small and he just calls, I'm just gonna go very small on the turn because I'm gonna think he's got a lot of weak hands that just can't. He's gonna have a lot of under pairs to the board that just can't call a lot, and I get to get max value from those hands instead of just going big because I have a strong hand. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this size though. I think yeah, I agree though. I think 30 or 25 or going bigger to just target the hands that are just gonna call either way when it's only this
Yeah,
much in the pot.
that's fine. It's small enough. He calls. Oh, great.
All right. People in the group, what do you want to do here?
I'm still betting small. Was it
Uh,
150?
I bet 75 and 150. I think we can go. I don't know how I feel once again. It's like maybe just
Uh,
jam.
that's fine.
So when
Target all of his
you
inelastic
bet
hands.
75 here, he only has 170 left or
Mm-hmm.
169. So I feel like, okay, once again, I would bet smaller here. I would go for 50 or I would, or just
Yep.
jam.
Agree. I think this is in between. This is what Scotty calls the Valley of Brian. This is not going the right size. This is picking in between size. I think we just jam or go smaller here when he just calls the flop.
Yeah, because
So,
when you go smaller, then you give him a chance to call it with pocket eights.
Pocket nine, 9x at least.
Yeah, nine eights, pocket eights. pocket sevens, pocket tens. You're gonna get the money from him anyways if he has like king queen or king jack. You
Yep.
give him we don't care about his draws. I mean, we give him a good price to draw.
That's what's hard is the spot where what do I want to do against his draws and what do I like? I think he's got a weaker range. I think he has portions of his range that are
Yeah,
inelastic, and then I think he has a bunch of portions that are very elastic.
yeah. You like like this. The money is going in because the pot is like small now. It's not like he started with like 600. If he has a six any cooler to us, then so be it.
Let's go
And
ultra specific on this. Tell me the number that a nine will call. Tell me, just
50,
so it's just the nine
50.
portion of his
Yeah,
range. Okay, all right,
50, like 45, 50,
right,
somewhere less than 60, I
okay,
guess.
good enough. And the flush draw is gonna and the flush draw we want to jam against, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
flush
don't know
draw
if we're getting
that it,
called by it,
yeah,
but yeah.
And we want to jam against the flush draw against the king. It doesn't matter whether we jam or not because we can spread it out. The money all goes in, right?
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay, so now, so that's the only thing. It's only so you clarified your thinking. It's between a nine and a flush draw. Those are the only two hands he has. So
Do we go
think about.
50 or we go all in?
Yep,
Yep.
that's your thing. Those are the only two hands he has.
Well, look what I did. I did my normal shit, Scotty.
Yeah,
What do we want to do? We should just fucking fold. That's what we should do.
oh, he has King Jack or
I,
what? King Jack beats you here. Oh.
Yeah, generally we can overfold here.
and queen beats you also.
Queen 10 of hearts.
Queen ten of hearts.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's like something like this, right? A6. Wow,
Ace
okay.
six. Yeah.
Terrible
Did you
call.
call?
Yeah, I was so angry at
Yeah.
myself. I didn't even think I did my normal like not thinking and called instead of being like, oh shit,
I don't, I don't,
this
I
is a never
mean,
call spot. This is
I
a never
don't,
call spot.
yeah, I don't blame you. But just so the group know, these kind of lines are under bluff. I do it too. Just like the hand that I showed. When I hit the trips, I donk out because they don't thin value bet.
Right. Okay. But so yes, this is under bluff. Gotcha. But is it 20? But how often is he bluffing? Significantly less than 50%. Great. Is he bluffing less than 20%? And is he
He is
overvaluing? And if he's
never bluffing. He
okay,
is never
great.
overvaluing.
Well,
What is he ever
then
doing
Then
it's
you
a
this with
fold.
King Queen?
fold.
Is he ever doing this with King Queen? No.
No. We should
So
way
he's
overfold is what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
I should get
But
the hell.
like
I
if
should have
you
gotten away with this.
yeah, but if you call, I mean I wouldn't point a finger at you and laugh at you because like
You
I
should.
I
I
would
was pissed
call
at
here
myself.
too.
Yeah,
I
but
was pissed at myself for calling. I was like, he's just never bluffing. He's never overvaluing a hand worse than mine. So why am I
okay,
ever
but
calling here?
but it's just going back to the turn bet, right? I if he would go back there, we could bet small, or we could just jam and then yeah, fuck that. Sometimes we run into A6. It doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
I know. I agree. I think it's just a jammer $50 is what I think we should do. Yeah.
And then he might have raised his A6. Then we yeah.
Well, I
I'm
run.
not
If
sure
he
if I
check
could
raises the
fold.
turn, I'm out of the. Oh, I'm out of there if he check raises the turn,
Hmm.
without a doubt, no question. Um, yeah. So bad, bad, bad. I smacked myself on the wrist after this and then stacked him. So
Notice one thing about that guy though. He didn't raise the turn.
that's true.
Just
Yeah.
notice that. Okay.
Now I also am trying to figure out if this is an adjustment he's making against me because he knows that I will blast, but I don't know why he would donk the river then. Like I feel like this is maybe
Mhm.
just
It's the
the
same.
exploit here is to just fold the river. Like the
Yeah, it's
exploit
a
against this player is to fold the river.
yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that the even in the Hungry Horse video you see it like he'll say even if they don't raise the turn, they would donk the river. So just get away with it.
Yeah, I should have my exploit is to
Yeah,
run on the river, not
like
anything else.
every single session when I sit down, I have to tell myself these things like
When they donk the
they don't
river,
they don't
leave.
raise the turn as a bluff, and if they don't raise the turn as a bluff, don't call. If they don't raise the turn as a bluff, if they don't raise the turn and they donk out on the river, it's probably not a bluff either. If you went raise bet and they donk the river, it's like probably not a bluff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not good. Just like it.
All right, so what happened here? So you've got, do you have a button straddle on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this size. Go to 30. This
So
is
you have a button
bad.
straddle to 5, and then you got 2 limpers to 5 in front of you, right?
Yeah, we should go to 30 here at least.
Okay. And now you are heads up against 3 players, 4 players.
Yep.
They're
I
not
think,
heads up at all. You are against 4 players here.
yeah, I'm heads up against 4. So not heads up.
So
I think this
I
is a two street hand. I want to bet to deny equity to random overcards, and then
would you ever
I think I
consider
should
checking
check all the
this?
turns. Yeah, I should. I think that this is a. I don't know. I think we can. I am in between on checking this. Is this is something I was trying to run through the Hungry Horse live because he was making different adjustments as well in these situations with thick value, and I kind of wanted to run through and see the way he's running his like whenever he did the 5-5 challenge, whenever he's playing multi-way with thick value, he does do some betting of thick value hands, but then checking in certain times. I mean, I think here, I think this is just a two street hand in general, so I should probably just be looking to go two streets on this and go either so I like to bet here and check or bet turns and then check like one of the other two streets I have to check, I think, a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think I like check here. I think I
Okay.
like check here.
The reason I would like, so if we checking is great. I also like betting, but if we bet, I don't like your bet size. I would go bigger
I like the
because
bet
Jack
here to
High,
clear out bullshit, and then we now get to play against less people going into the turn a lot of the time. And if everybody calls me, I'm shutting the hell down on the turn.
Yeah, I mean, if you
okay,
check here, you're going to find out a little bit about their ranges,
true.
and I think that's advantageous.
I think this
So let's
hand
say,
benefits from betting often here to clear out bullshit. And then once we clear out some bullshit, we are able to then fit better adjust to the ranges moving forward
I
in
could
the
see that
hand.
with 3 people, but when you're dealing with five
what do you
ways to the
mean?
flop here,
What do you mean with bullshit? Like,
All of the bullshit that if it checks through, when it checks through, gets to see free cards. So all the bullshit that catches free cards on the turn without a bet here. Like I don't want to I'm not giving out a free card here. That I think that's outrageous to give out a free card when I'm the aggressor and there's only two people to act behind me. It's not, this is a board that's not always going to get stabbed. So I would like to start to clear out some of these ranges. And then when we get to the turn and say, if we get heads up to the turn, now we're in a much different spot. Like if we get heads up to the turn, would be okay with going for three streets. But when we're in this spot, like if we check here, what if it checks through? We just gave five people a free card.
yeah,
yes.
there's a disadvantage, but there's also, if you check player 6 bets, Ukraine on button raises,
True.
you have a lot of clarity about where you are in the hand.
So if I bet player six calls and Ukraine guy raises, I'm still out of there.
Yeah, you got clarity as
Yeah.
to where you are. I mean, it allow, and then, if player 6 bets and there's 3 callers, you also have some clarity as to where you are in the hand.
And I'm going to correct myself.
But we're relying on passive players to do the betting for us. I
When I said I was
mean,
going to
you
bet, I thought there was only one player behind. With two players behind, I think the check becomes a little more attractive. But
okay?
I'm still betting. But I thought there was one player behind and just said, oh no, I'm definitely betting with one player.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the spot that's tough, is that where I think I'm having the biggest problems when I'm playing live. It's just these ridiculous multi-way pots where we're
They're
getting thick
tough for
value
everybody.
hands.
They're very hard to navigate, especially in your position when you've got 2 players out of position. Now, your argument about not giving away free equity is good and makes sense, but this is a pretty dry. Yeah, it's not the wettest texture. It's there's certainly lots of straight draws out here, but yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna say that checking's bad. I think my argument for betting is that we want to clear out some equity here, and then I'm very capable of getting away from this hand when money just starts flowing into the pot like crazy. We're gonna run.
okay.
So I'm okay with betting because I know that like if I bet and it goes call, raise, fold, fold, and then back to me, I'm getting the hell out of that hand. Like I'm running.
All right. Yeah, I would check with it. But I could see your argument that you want to deny equity.
I go 40 here.
So you go 40
So
into like 120.
125. Yeah.
Okay.
Folds, calls, folds, call.
All right. Now I'm really nervous.
Yeah, I'm not loving it. I'm not sure what I want to do here. I'm kind of
That's a
in the
nice
spot.
brick river, brick turn rather.
Yeah. So now it checks to me. And after we take the betting line, what do we want to do here?
I would check when I there are two colors.
I think that's valid. I don't really hate it. I think I bet here. Yeah, I definitely bet here. I don't know
I
how I feel about this.
I have a question here. So let's say Ukraine has a hand like Queen 10. Do you think he folds the flop against this bet sizing?
Queen
I think
10.
he Queen 10.
Queen 10 with a back door now.
No, I think 10-9
Even
doesn't
with
fold.
even without a backdoor, it's like the nut gut shot. And that is one thing I don't really like the flop sizing. I feel like against a bigger sizing, he might find some folds.
I think when we go bigger, we just like if we go like what size do you want to go here?
Like 50%, something like 60.
I think you're sticking your neck out too far with five other players.
Yeah, I
I,
don't want to go huge in this spot with this many people in the pot. I want to go small to remove the bullshit, and then now I have clarity that they have, okay, so their ranges now are Jack X, maybe a little bit of Ace 8X, but I feel like that's not sticking around too much. And then they have some straight draws.
my reasoning would be just this ball. I will check here a lot, and if I want to bet here, I just go big. So what I would bet here is something like sets and the top pair, basically like ace jack, king jack. That's all. And maybe really strong draws. I mean, I'm not betting a lot here, right? What are we betting here? Our range is super strong when we bet. And why not go big?
I think that we
We
own
basically
ourselves when we go big.
we
What
basically
does a
want to.
set do in position to me if I go big?
I mean, it will not raise. So let's say, if you bet your size or my size, like when I say like 50%, they just call, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Multi-way is not. It's tough. I mean, I think there's validity in checking, there's validity in using a big size, and there's I think my size has plenty of merit that we just want to clear out some of these ranges and then get to a turn and see, and then we're gonna go from there. After I mean, like if it went even with two callers, I'm not loving it. If it got called all the way around, I don't think I have the best hand, or I don't think I'm in a good spot whatsoever. Um, yeah, this is an odd spot. 40. Okay, so all right, whatever. So we went 40. What do we think their ranges are and what do we want to do here?
I'm gonna check.
Hmm. I personally check.
I think that the check's good too. I think I should have checked. I believe I bet, but um I think 75 here. I don't This is not good. I don't think this is bad, I think. Um yeah, I think that we can just check here a lot. I think checking here is probably the best move. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
you
I guess
said it
70.
before, right? Because he can still Ukraine especially can have all the sets.
Yep, I agree. I think that we just check here a lot.
The big blind shouldn't have too strong hands, but he will have a lot of draws like 10-9, stuff like this. But
Mhm.
we don't really care. I think Ukraine is here the dangerous one.
Yeah, I think that this is a pretty strong range. This should be a pretty strong range a lot of the time. Um, and I still think he has plenty of top pairs that just aren't folding on the flop to one bet. So yeah, no, I hate this bet. I'm trying to figure out like what is going on. I think this might have just been a little bit of spaz and not really thinking.
I mean, you got a
This
good
could have been.
hand.
Oh,
No, this
by the
is
way,
bad
that is
though. Like it
also
doesn't make sense. I can't think of a reason for why I would want to use this size and what exactly I'm trying to do here. Like,
You have a very
I
good hand,
mean,
but you're in a very awkward configuration.
yeah, this is my brain is exploding right now. I'm trying to think about the ranges and shit. I can't figure it out.
Yeah,
But
so
okay, but
we often will play defensively here in this situation because of it.
yeah, I would say
and
that here, I think that the validity in this sizing is that one, we want to charge their draws more. We think they have weaker jack X that will still call. And yeah, I think that's kind of the goal here when I take this size. But I think that we kind of like, what do we want? I just don't know how much we want to. When we get called two spots, I think that we just really want to check here a lot.
Yeah, I think we want to check. I think once we get called twice, even though we don't like giving away a free river, we really, really want to play defensively. I mean, I think you need to go into a what is sometimes called a check call shell here.
I hate that shit.
That's not, no, it's not natural to you to play. It's not natural for you to play defensively, but I think this is one situation where I think we play defensively.
I agree. I need to start on sometimes not being majorly aggressive.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's
another
kind of like
thing,
read the room. You bet a pretty healthy size on flop. You got called in two places. You're in the middle of a sandwich. Even though it's a brick turn, you benefit from doing some power control here.
yeah, I think like any 9 or 10, I'm easily gonna check here a lot.
True.
Um, even a queen, I'm not. I mean, I definitely a queen. I'm not betting. I think that there is a decent portion of the range that
I mean,
still
there are
is
advantages
king,
to you
queen,
betting, right? If you get
queen
called
10.
by the big blind, then you're in good shape because you're playing the rest of the hand in position. But here you are in the middle of the sandwich. I think check is what benefits you.
Here's another. I'm on Team Larry on this. And remember, Brian, you said if a bunch of money goes in, I'm not good and I'm folding. And here you
Hmm.
are on the turn talking about putting more money in to make a bunch of money go in.
I was kind of, yeah, that's true. If I got, I guess maybe
Yeah,
in my head that when there's 5 people and there's 2 passive actions after me, I think that I'm still pretty good.
you can
Maybe.
be, but think about what you. So if it goes check,
Yeah.
check, check, that's okay for you. One more bet on the river, either from one of them you can call from, or you can put it on the river. If it goes check, check, and he bets, and the other guy calls, you should strongly consider folding. And if it ever goes check, check, bet, raise, which it's not going to, you fold instantly. But you don't make, but you don't have
Yeah.
either of those possibilities when you bet, other than folding after you put money in. So
I
there you
agree.
go.
Well,
And
everything gets really
Bud
easy
says
now.
that's why I prefer putting bigger on the flop as well. If we check the turn with the top of our range here, yeah, but Bob, this isn't the top of our range. This is nowhere near the top of our range.
it's
Yeah,
The
not.
well,
top,
But my reason would be just if you want to bet or not bet. I mean, are you splitting the range here? Like, what would you bet like really small on the flop?
nothing. I'm not betting. There's nothing I'm betting that isn't thick value on the flop.
Yeah.
right, but
So
I'm
he's calling this
or
size really small. I'm betting a set. I'm betting a set this size on the flop.
yeah, I'm gonna do the same size with pocket
Yeah,
eights, pocket
yeah.
jacks.
I'm betting a set.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
betting.
probably gonna check raise. I'm probably gonna go for a check raise on the flop with a. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm probably just gonna come out and bet when the
Yeah,
board's kind of
yeah.
dry.
And remember, we also have ace jack in range. We also have queens, kings, and aces in range. And they have ace jack against our king jack. It exists. Okay. So moving on.
So he
All right, well,
shoves.
everything gets easier because he shoves, so there's no bluffs here.
Yes. Yep.
I fold.
Yes.
And he shows one card, and then I was just racking my brain trying to figure out what the hell is going on. I was like, does he have, I mean, it was a straddle pot, so he can call with Jack 3. And then I was like, but there's no way, I was like, pocket threes, but he probably wouldn't float me with pocket threes for $40.
6-3 suited.
That's what I was trying to think. I was like, it has to be two pair. Like,
6-3
he only
hearts.
showed one
Yeah.
three.
Just
It
don't
has to,
don't don't think about it. Just forget it.
yeah.
They're gonna
This,
windmill it in your face when they bluff you. Anyways, that's what I noticed.
oh, he's showing me both. He's showing me both cards if he bluffed me. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
He's, oh, all right. Well, that was all the hands I had, I believe.
Let me show real quick before we move on. So this is what Solver's doing on flop here. It's not accurate to what we had. You were 5 ways. This is 3 ways to the flop. But it is, it's protecting its checking range a lot here. I
Hmm.
mean, so when it goes big blind check and we're in your position, it's even checking jack sometimes here. It's playing quite defensively in this situation. The
Okay.
solver is. And I think that makes sense. It's too
I'm
wild.
gonna have to try and run through, like, I'm gonna build out a better thought process for multi-way or something because it's very awkward
It
when I'm
is awkward.
playing.
I mean, it's you really just want to you often will end up playing defensively.
And I get pissed off because these
Um,
donkeys are limping $2 and calling $35 ISOs
yeah, I mean it is very tough.
in
All right, so
multiple spots.
who has hands here? I got 2 hands. Anybody else have hands?
Bring them
All
on,
right.
Larry.
I will show
I can
my
show
hand.
Sam's too if we want at the end
I'll start
or
with the
later.
meme hand that I lose. All right, this is a really wild table. I don't think I've shown this, but if I have, yell at me. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So, very wild table last weekend. No one was folding to anything. Everybody wanted to see the flop. Couple drinkers. This guy was drinking.
So you're
So,
gonna open huge then, is what you're saying.
so we get straddle on, right? And we get a limp. And I'm not even going to ask you what size you're going to use. Everybody's calling. So I try to make it a joke, and I go to 6-7,
Hmm. You're that
and
young.
we still get calls. So
Oh,
now
this is
This
beautiful,
is
man.
absurd.
this is crazy. I know. So this guy's got 33 bucks left behind, and we get this flop, and we've got essentially almost an SPR of 1.5.
Check.
Oh, so you get to do what I was just doing.
So I do check. This guy puts out 50 into 275. And now we're heads up. What are you doing here? We either can, I guess, my options are really to shove or call.
Just check jam.
I think jamming is fine here.
So I say here, oh my gosh, he's never folding once he's done this. And then I jam and then they fold.
So I decide, I think jamming's probably better at this SPR. But this guy's playing like maybe he's got still here like 60% of hands, maybe 50. So I call queen, not the greatest card. Check. He jams.
Eh,
I know, pain. Fold
well,
against the maniac, or do we call?
this is a spot where I would just call because you gave him row. He bet small. He could be doing this with like a pair plus straight draw kind of thing. So
Yeah, I pay him.
yeah,
All
All,
and look, call, and even if you lose more than half the time, you're profiting.
Yeah,
Before,
there it is.
Yeah.
okay,
I
before you
luck.
See,
show,
I
okay,
luck
you
box
show
here.
it.
I would say that we did not give him rope. Like we raised to $67 on the flop. We checked one time and he bet large for the game technically, and then jammed. Like,
I mean, he
I
on
bet
wouldn't
a
have.
50 into like
yeah,
250.
yeah, but what does he bet? What does he bet big on the flop with a jack high board, and then when a queen comes in, just jams? I mean, even people, even maniacs are kind of. I don't know. It really depends on the player. If this guy's a total psycho, then you just close your eyes and call. But like, if they're not like, is he doing crazy shit all night, or is he just wants to see every flop?
He
Um,
was doing some stupid shit.
Okay, I mean, if he's a complete wacko, then yeah, it's just you just call and close your eyes. But I mean, even like I played with a maniac the other day that I was like, people were calling him off in these spots, and it's like I don't care how crazy he is, he's never bluffing here. Like you just check raised him to like 5x, and he jammed on you, and then shockingly he throws a straight at you. Like, what else did he have?
isn't the decision more about what we do on the flop? Because then we decide to go all in or not. Or put it in other words, if we want to lose all our chips or don't. So we could fold, don't like it, or we could call. And I prefer your call over jamming. Just for the reason you said he's a maniac, he will just blast it off. So if he has bluffs, at least give him a chance to blast off, right? And if he doesn't have a bluff here, well, shit happens. Then we lose with kings.
I mean, let's
Yeah,
put in the solver. It's a standard spot to raise to $67 pre-flop, and then have five people call.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about pre. I'm just
I'm
talking
kidding.
about the flop. You
No, he
you you
didn't
know what I
jam
mean?
though. He didn't jam. The guy in position jammed. We're just calling.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that is
No,
not what happened. He was betting 50 on the flop, and the decision would be if we would jam or not. And I think I like the call. I like the call just because the maniac can blast off on the turn.
yeah, as crazy
We,
as people are, they tend to not go completely insane multi-way when you open to that much money.
Yeah, but
So
the stack
I don't hate a
sizes
call.
on
Yeah.
a flop, the stack sizes is it's like it's fine. It's right to jam. He only has like less than pot size, so and I don't.
Yeah.
I think if you jam there, I don't think he's folding. I don't
No,
think he's
he's
folding
not
a
folding,
jack.
which
So,
is
no.
no,
good
he's
for you.
not
You
folding,
don't want
but
him
he
to fold a
would
jack.
fold. But he would fold a bluff, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's
but I
true.
would argue that he doesn't have that many bluffs.
Yeah,
He's a
So
you would
whatever.
squeeze
maniac.
these. Yeah, but maniacs are usually like not as insane as people
Nah, not
think. Like
even
they're
yeah, even a mania in a four-way pot, like when they bet there, they most of the time they have a jack.
Hmm.
yeah, they have a jack there every time. He's not
Yeah,
folding it. So the jam is good in that spot. I mean, basically we're just worried that he flopped a set or two pair. And if he did, he did. Which is completely in range. I mean, he definitely has Jack 9 in range if he just wants to see every turn. Does he play Jack 10 like that on the turn? No. Maybe. Actually, you're probably I mean, he just turned open-ended, just jam into you. I mean,
And now, okay. So the next question is like, what are we afraid of here? So let's say he has ace jack, which I call, or he doesn't have an ace. So does he don't continue on an ace on the turn?
what you think it like a
no,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not afraid of anything. I'm just thinking he has a jack, and
that he's
I
not
don't think
folding.
that he's not folding. I'm not
mhm.
afraid of anything.
Okay. So basically, you're saying so after he bets 50, we can jam. He will call anything he has here.
Yeah, if he had queen jack, king jack, jack 10, he's not folding. Ace jack, he's not folding.
Okay.
So
And he never bluffs here.
uh unlikely because it's four-way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
I think jacking. I think shoving here is fine. Yeah, he's not gonna fold much. SPR is around
I don't
one.
think he's folding. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is
All right,
a bad beat.
And for the turn
for
call,
him,
I would
you
argue
luck
it's
box
five
river.
because it's not
Oh, you
like
luckbox river
Yeah.
yeah, he did
10? Oh,
five.
oh shit, 5. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
No, I'm never
I didn't even
folding the
realize
turn.
that.
The turn call is great. I'm not arguing about that one.
Yeah,
But I would never fold against him. I just thought the check call line is better than check raising on the flop. That's
it,
all.
it it's a totally different story if you bet and then he jam into you on the turn. But this is first of all we open, we got three callers. He bet after we check, and then all the other players fold, and we only call. So our range is like weak enough where he could still be overvaluing like king
Got 10.
queen, you know, like queen. If he had like queen 10 here, he would probably still take this line. So
Yeah,
it's not that bad. I know this time he has two pair, but I honestly don't think like the call is bad on the turn. We did, even though it sounds like we didn't give him rope, but we kind of did. You know, being the opener and then check
yeah,
through, and then we were last to call after he bets.
yeah. I mean, I
So
guess it's kind of in between. It just seems like, I mean, we're right that this is just never a bluff here. Like, I
yeah,
don't
it's
think
not.
that this,
Yeah,
it's never a bluff, and I don't.
yeah.
But I would discount the amount of time he's doing this with. I mean, like, I think King Queen, he is like the worst. Nah,
It's never going to be an air ball, but it could be like queen 10, king queen,
yeah, yeah, that's
like
true.
jack 10 kind of thing. It
Well, King
could be.
10's terrible. Because that's
No,
nuts.
queen 10. I
Oh,
mean
oh, I
queen
think you
10.
said King 10. I was about to say, yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's fucking nuts.
yeah, but yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, I think that it really depends. If the guy's completely insane, then you kind of just close your eyes and call.
Yeah.
I do think that's unlikely. I mean, yeah, I guess I guess that's true. Queen 10 is, yeah, Queen 10 is definitely in range here. That bets open-ended and then just jams a turn when they make a pair. I mean, after,
yeah,
yeah. And I mean, it's not a bluff, it's just overvalued.
I mean if he has if he has queen jack off here, he definitely has queen 10 off here. So
Hmm. He's got Jack 9, Jack 10, King Queen, probably King 10,
yeah.
King Jack.
And what I used to do in stove is I would plug in the strongest range. Let's say he always has two pair here, and then has some king queen, and then just give him like one third of the combo of queen 10 off. And if we have the equity to call, I would just never fold.
King Queen, Queen Jack, Queen Jack. Yeah, I can put it in right now. Queen 10, King 10, Jack 10,
Yeah, and then give
Jack
him
10
a set of
offsuit, Queen 10,
fives.
10,
You want to share it?
5s,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
9s.
share it.
I'm gonna, I'm still building it, but yeah, I can.
And
All
let's say
right,
he doesn't
so
ever do it with like Jack 10. He only does it like one third of the combo of Queen 10.
I can't do exactly like those combos, like one third of the time. But what
Okay.
was the board? It was Queen Jack 9 5.
Yeah.
Queen, was it Rainbow?
Yeah, with Rainbow.
Give him just queen 10 suited, and that'll give him a third of the combos.
Queen 10 suit. Okay, one second. Was it? I don't think it matters that much. Whatever. Um, would you say just Queen 10 suited? Yeah, I mean, you're flipping. Shit, he doesn't have Queens, Jacks, 10s, 10, 9. I mean, yeah, you're flipping. I mean, with that range. So,
Yeah.
I mean, well, can we remove, King 10's there, Queen Jack's there, Jack 10's there, Jack 10 suited. Do you want to give just the combos of Jack 10 suited?
No, just take away of the Jack 10. Just say he never does it with Jack 10. Let's err on the cautious of, you know, them being tighter than we think.
We are not flipping. Um,
Yeah, but what's the pot? It was like 350. We're calling 280.
something like, I mean, overall, what'd you scoop, like 800 or something?
No, give him like king queen off as well, right? Because he would do this with king queen off. If he flats,
Pot is 650 and he bet 280.
I don't think he does this with king jack off. So take away king jack off. King 10 is all in there. Two pair. Sets. Take
King
away.
Jack
Yeah,
suited?
king. Yeah, king. Take away king jack suited. King queen suited. King queen off. Two pair. Two pair. Queen 10
What do we think
suited.
about nines? Do we think nines just three bet? I mean, he opens
No, no,
67, probably not.
just give him all those. Like, just say he doesn't three bet. It's all in there,
Jacks.
full combo, and then just run it.
Jacks.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing pretty good then. I mean, not great, but
Yeah. So we only give him like there's only two combos of queen jack suited right now. So if you bump that up just a little bit,
we have
uh,
Queen Jack off.
I mean queen 10 off. If you bump it up just a little bit, it'll probably give you like somewhere. It's like breaking even. It's a break even call, I would argue.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, not bad.
Yeah.
All right. You can go to your next one.
All right, one more hand, guys. Okay.
Oh, you said we're being offered 30% too, so yeah. You're way ahead then with 31%.
All right, last hand. 10-8 suited. The mighty 10-8 suited. Do we overlimp or do we ISO?
Overlimp.
Yeah, I'm not going to ISO this hand and try to play it out of position. People just aren't going to fold enough free.
That's something I need to work on. So
So,
probably would have ISO'd.
so now we're going three ways to the flop. Open ender, backdoor flush draw, check. He donks.
I mean, not really. It was a limp.
It's not
All
a
right, he
dog.
leads. What are you guys
Raise.
doing? Is it check raise pure or we're gonna call? This is a
I mean, you can
there's a
probably call.
strongish range because he led it to two people.
Yeah, and he
So
could
he's got
have.
it's got a lot of 9x here. I'm blocking everything. Got a lot of 9x. Got maybe some. He's got a lot of hands that don't fold here.
Yeah, he has a bunch of two pairs.
If he had two
But
pairs, he betting $6 into this pot.
Oh, it's a limp pod.
he's betting. He is betting pot.
I
Yeah,
mean, pot or $6.
he could also have a bunch of flush draws too. So
Yeah. So I decided to take the aggro line here.
yeah,
Yay,
I do check raise up.
bigger.
You go bigger.
I'll go to like 30, 35. Just
Yeah.
max
See
pressure.
that? I can see
yeah.
that. I think this 4x is kind of default, but I can see going bigger. He calls.
All
This
right.
brings in his front door.
Not
I'm gonna
good.
Not good. But
Not good.
make an error and I choose to claim that's my
ooh,
card.
Yeah, no.
And our poor play gets rewarded. But I think this is a mistake.
I would have continued, but I would have gone smaller on my
Yeah.
continuation. I would have gone like, so if I check raise to 35, we have how much in the pot? When we check raise to 35.70, I would do like, I would go not same bet. I would do barely more than same bet. I would go like 40. I mean, I guess technically it would be like the same size you use, but my pot would be bigger. But if I did
Yeah.
25, we have 56 in the middle. I would go, 25, 30 here again, trying to get him to raise off when he does have when he does have flushes. And
Yeah, I
then
think that's a better size. I like betting, but smaller, and then inducing a raise to the top of the range.
Yeah.
That makes
also,
more
I mean,
sense.
honestly, I don't even hate your bet though, because if you go big here, when you get called, you can shut down on pretty much every river.
True.
Because what does his 9x do? Like when a queen comes out and the flush draw gets there, it just folds. So he's not when he gets there, he like this is him getting there if he calls you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does clarify his range. That's true.
So like when you go big, you can kind of like normally I would go small here, still trying to get him to raise. But when I go big here, I don't hate going big because when you get called, you just shut down the river because we're not getting there. Well, he just got there likely if he called you.
Yeah, it's true.
That card sucks for him.
Yeah. I think the worst thing you could do is if you bet big here and he calls, is
It's a
to
triple.
fire. Yeah, is to fire that third one because his range
But you
is really uncapped here. He would do this with all the strong flush draws on the flop and flatten you. The reason why I would want to go small is because the draw complete, I would bet small to induce him to raise off with his strong stuff. If he doesn't raise off, then I would choose a size that would just, fold out like king nine on the river. And that's about as much as I would do.
I think that's the right way to play this. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. If I have a flush here, I would take the same line. I would bet small because I don't want him to fold.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
it's
And
because you're
All
just
then
so balanced.
right.
yeah.
That was Brian's hands, my hands. Um, anybody else have hands? Ryan, did you say you had some hands?
I don't really have any that are too interesting.
That's all right.
So
Sam had some hands he put into Discord. Should we look at those? Sam, you want to look at
Let's do
those?
it. I want to look at those.
All
I got
right,
some
so
All right.
I'm gonna hand,
questions.
I gotta step away, so I'm gonna hand it to someone else to share 'em. Maybe Brian, can you share them?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll be back on my computer in like 2 seconds. Got a five
Uh,
minute intermission.
all right, 5 minute intermission, guys. I'll be back. I gotta step away.
All right. Ended up being like a 1 minute intermission. Let me pull up your hand, Sam. All right. let me know when you guys are ready. And everyone's back and ready to go.
I'm ready.
Okay.
No breaks.
He's here to get the work done.
I'm having breakfast
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
you're out. You're out.
at my
Yes.
restaurant.
At your restaurant. You should
All
find
right.
you have time to do anything as a restaurant owner.
Yeah, I think everybody's here then, except for Larry, but Larry's gonna be gone for longer.
Okay. All right. I am warming up my coffee and then give me 20 seconds. I could use some eggs, honestly. All right. Okay. Ace queen in the big blind. First hand. Sam, you can do your thing. So
Oh, I remember this hand.
I think I remember this one as well. Okay. So go to
The actual
55.
configuration wasn't like this though.
What was the configuration?
It was I was still in the big blind, but the straddle was it was probably somewhere in the middle position, and then like the small blind raises.
So did the straddle was it a
It's
miss blind?
yeah,
Did it let
yeah.
the straddle in on a miss
No,
blind?
because we play winner straddle, so the guy from middle position won the hand before, so
Okay.
the action starts.
So he
That,
folds though. This
yeah, yeah,
person calls your this cold calls your three bet.
yeah. The lady wasn't in the straddle. He
Okay.
was he was unfold like because the action start from like the hijack or the low jack or whatever. So, but anyway, it's close enough
Why'd you use this size?
because I'm short.
Oh, why are you sure? You're not able to buy in for more?
Yeah, I didn't top up. It's a 500
Oh,
cap. And
okay.
the reason I three bet is because this guy has a sizing tell.
Hmm.
Uh, he would open bigger with a stronger hand.
So why don't you just want to go massive?
Can you define stronger hand?
Like this
What's
is
the range? What's the range for strong?
like 10 plus, and then ace queen plus. Like
Hmm.
this
So
is
he
not this is not a
this is
not the
suited connectors, low to medium pocket pairs, eight
and then
suited aces.
like suited broadways,
Okay.
something like that,
Okay. So let's
or like a
why don't
weaker
we
pair,
just go
like a
to
pocket,
like
yeah, like a pocket eights, pocket sevens kind of thing.
so you don't want to go to 80 because you don't want to be shallow with
I don't want him to
when you put
fold. Like
80 in,
he told me that my hand is dominating his hand.
but
I
you
don't
don't
want.
want to you don't want him to fold, but I'm saying you want him to get there with a you want him to put more money in with a weaker hand.
I'm afraid that because my I'm they're folding to my three bet quite a bit. So
Okay. All
yes,
right.
I really don't mind. I'm really confident in my post flop play. I really don't mind them, you know,
I mean,
joining
it's
my
okay.
party. Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay, but at the same time, like I'm fine with people folding when I three bet. No, I mean even if
yeah,
I
that's
three bet
fine.
aces, it's like it is what it is. Like I got the money out of it. But all right, so we get cold called from here. What do we think this range is?
I have
Ace,
no
king,
idea.
jacks, tens,
I don't
pocket
fucking know.
pairs.
I don't fucking know what 'cause this lady flatted my open with pocket queens,
What?
and yeah,
Okay,
like
so we know
there,
it's not aces.
yeah, there's another hand where I have king jack, and he flatted with pocket queens. There's a blind raise to $15, and
Him
we
or
were
her?
yeah we were shallow too. Like we were like
Could
I'm
it have
only
been
like
like?
maybe 300 or like 350 deep, and he just
Can it be
flatted my
like
open.
tricky?
I have
Because
huh?
can it be tricky? Like, because I can see some merit in Like
He's
people should be three betting blind races aggressively.
I don't know.
So you
Like
can
I've played with this
see.
lady a couple times. I've seen him limp aces.
You keep
Uh,
saying this lady and then saying him.
Yeah.
I've seen her limp aces. Like
That's
it's
what's
like
confusing
That,
me.
yeah,
I mean, that's nowadays pretty normal.
It's
yeah.
California,
I
man.
don't like. I
California,
don't.
anything can happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Like honestly, this like it's like all the women. I can't figure out what the fuck there is wrong with them. Uh, like I
As in,
can't
they
figure
might be
out
a
what
man.
it. I've seen her. I've seen her over limp aces. I've seen her flat aces. I've seen her open aces. So I guess she's like truly randomizing. I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay, what
Okay.
one thing you never mentioned is, was there ever a call with a bad hand in this spot?
No,
Because
there's no
to be
like
fair,
there's no
the
trash
cold
hand in there.
call,
No,
yeah,
no, 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 no. There's no trash hand in there. You won't see hands like 7-8 offsuit. No, but
So
it
we have
will.
it's suited
then
Broadway pocket pairs,
Yeah, it
and
will
I
be.
mean, it's basically in
Yeah,
all of normal three betting range.
yeah, it will be a lot of like yes, a lot of suited ace. He's definitely not folding suited ace. Suited Broadway, probably suited connector 9-8 suited. He's not fold. She's not folding.
9-8 suited is calling here from Stability.
Yeah, go
That
figure.
is insane. It's a so do I get the action wrong? She's in the straddle wide, the Stability. Player on raise to 20, use 3-bet, and Stability is going to call from this position with 9-8 suited.
Oh, maybe not to a 3-bet, but suited aces definitely in there. And then
Yeah,
like a bunch of
but this is a spot, right? Or did I
yeah.
misread it? You did 3-bet, and
Yes, I did
Stability
three
would
bet. Maybe
call 9-8 suited here.
no, 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 not 9-8 suited. Probably like suited broadways. She's definitely calling with ace jack.
Pocket
Uh,
eights,
pocket eights definitely.
sevens,
Sevens probably all of the pairs.
or
She's call,
pairs.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, they're bad, man.
No,
What do you
dude,
think
these
is the
people are
weakest
pros.
weakest offsuit ace she would call here? Like ace jack, ace queen? Is that the weakest one? Ace queen maybe, or ace
No,
jack?
she's calling with ace jack off here.
Mm-hmm.
This is sorry. This just made me laugh. Was when you're saying about how bad they are. I was just talking to one of like the worst players in the room. He's like, "These games are unbeatable. Like you can't really beat 1-2 anymore." And I'm like, "Dude, you're just trash, and you guys are the reason we're able to beat it. Like,
Yeah.
like you're so bad that it's very profitable. What are you talking about?" But okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
we get here.
We got a
Anyway,
range.
Checks. What do you want to do?
because she's a stabby lady, I checked to her.
Okay. Why do you want to do that when she's a stabby person? Because like you want to not to check raise. Your hand doesn't really want to check raise.
My hand doesn't really want to check raise. I'm either betting myself or I am check calling.
This is it's because we want her to put in money with bullshit that has nothing that's gonna fold
Yeah, I've seen
if we
her
bet.
stab
Okay.
with like under pairs here, like
Okay.
multiple times. So that's why I did that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just wanted to know why. Like if it's that she will bet hands that she wouldn't call with, and we can just check to her. That's fine. And we get to see more information. So she comes out and bets 75. What is this size? Sorry, what does the size mean to you?
I have no
Does
idea. Like I've
can
seen
be
her take this
anything.
size. Yeah, I've seen her take this size with like ace jack, pocket jacks, pocket tens. I have no fucking clue what she's doing,
Okay.
honestly.
Will she double and triple, or is she a I stab one time and
I
then shut down?
um that I'm not quite sure. But this hand, it feels like at the time it feels like to me she probably has a queen. I think if I check raise here, he's definitely folding tens and jack like eights,
Hmm.
nines, tens. She's folding.
I'm not even considering check raising. I'm talking about like what do we want to do on next street? Like if we're gonna call here, like because we can consider some donks here if we think she's gonna stab wide, but she's not gonna continue with
Yeah,
like tens and jacks, and that we can bet
I don't
small.
I don't know. As after I play this hand, I figure out like she's probably more aggressive. She if there's no action behind and she's in position,
Okay, so we just call
but
here.
I have no idea. Like if I check call, it's kind of a medium sized bet here. I'm probably just gonna check the turn.
Okay, all right. So we you check the turn. She does
And
this
then
because
she
I
just
remember reviewing this hand.
and she just jams.
Okay, I mean,
Against
at
most
this
players, I might just
point,
run. Like, but
we are actually good against kings here, so I'm not folding.
Oh, there's no folding.
yeah.
No.
Okay. I mean, in my game,
Not when I have the ace of clubs.
if it was an old lady in my game, I'm gonna get the fuck out of there. But
No,
It's not an
She's
old,
not.
it's a stabby lady. It's
No,
not an
she's
yes,
not
that's
old
an
what I'm
old
saying.
lady.
lady. She's like my age, maybe a little
Sorry,
younger.
my poker room is basically a nursing home, so everyone's an old lady there.
Uh,
All right, we're good. Good call. So, what brings you to the call? The fact that she's just gonna do this with random ass shit like she did, and she has weaker queen X that'll do this.
I mean, there's no hand. Like, I mean, I have the redraw. I have the
You're just
pair.
Are you just not folding to this person?
No, I'm
Like, is that
just
this is
not.
basically a person I'm just not folding to? Because like
No,
there's
I'm
certain
just.
people I play against where I just close my eyes and make calls when
No,
they do shit like this.
I'm just not folding, and my hand has a lot of equity.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I don't have a problem with it.
as
I'm
you can
just
see, she took a hand that has showdown and just fucking like buried herself.
yeah, that was retarded to say the least. Um, all right. So nice hand. And
You guys checking out of position is a good thing.
yeah, Sam only plays ace queen, by the way, so if you're playing against him.
hmm
Oh yeah, this is exactly what you want right here. All
Yeah.
right. This was the
This
hand that
is
I was
also
like,
a little
what the hell?
different. Yeah, this is also a little different. The strato was in the cutoff, I think, and then the button limps. And the button was
Button.
limping. Yeah.
So this was folded to you. This was a button limp. This is folds to you and you
Assume
ISO.
assume so
Or this
assume
person.
yeah, assume the strato is in the cutoff and then the button limps. I'm actually in the small blind. I raise, and then some guy in the middle called, and then it goes back to the button and he calls.
So you were in the small blind here.
Yeah. Just
Okay, so you're
assume
way
I'm
out of
in the
position.
small. Yeah, assume I'm in the
Okay.
small blind.
You actually were, or what do you mean assume? You
I
can make
actually was in the small blind. Yes.
Okay. All right. And now what are we doing here?
Um. So this one I chose to bet just
Why?
because I don't think they're gonna stab king high boards all that much.
So
Um.
then what do they do with their showdown?
And I have the nut draw, and they're just gonna fold a lot. Like um, the guy in the middle, so like a young white guy, used to play 2-5-10, but he moved down because he keep losing. Like with him last night, he lost to, got him in a big pot. He's
Okay.
just calling too
So
much. Like he would flat my open if I open from the cutoff or the hijack. He would flat the small blind with like 10-7 suited.
I don't
And
like it then, because I think we have a hand that I would love to check raise if somebody does stab at it and it has showdown value, and if we get to the
yeah,
turn and
but when
nobody
they bet,
bets.
I know, but one on this it's kind of a dry board because there's no flush draw there.
Hmm.
And if I check raise, I'm most likely just gonna run into a king. And I'm not trying to check raise and trying to get people off of like a king queen type of hand. So
Well,
that
I think you're gonna get a lot from the sizing there. Like when it comes out, if they have like king queen here, how often are they gonna like even if it's a dry board, I think you're still gonna have some pretty large sizing tells here that they're gonna come out and bet with, you know,
yeah.
a larger size. And when they come out, and I don't know exact your game, it's one
Yeah,
three, it's a little bit
I'm
bigger.
not betting a whole lot. This is like the
Well,
one only hand that I would probably bet. It's like the ace of diamonds, queen X.
I feel, but this is just a hand that I feel like doesn't want to bet.
Yeah.
Like this is a hand that with two people behind, I mean, maybe from the button you can continue to try and get heads up and then push somebody out when you're on the button or in position here. But I
Yeah,
would
I
think
don't.
that from
I
out of position, I just don't get much clarity. Like, what are they going to do? They're going to call with all their draws, and they're going to call like their straight draws and their 10x and king X, and then you're kind of in no man's land on the turn river. Like, do I showdown or not?
and if I check here, I'm not sure if I could get him off of a 10 either. That's the thing. Later on later street, unless I really want to, pile all the money in. I
Well, if
don't
we go,
know.
well, what happens here if we go check and it checks through, and then we check the turn and it checks through, even if it's three ways, I'm just going to 2x pot it on the river.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
If
what the hell
that's
are they're not getting there with any king X at that point.
yeah, yeah. If that's the case, yes, I agree.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I think
I
you
like. I'm not betting a whole lot here. I agree with you though. I'm not betting a
yeah,
whole lot here. Like I'm only betting with like the nut draw.
okay. I mean, all right. I remember luck like I'd say and be like, why did he deviate here? Because I know that you would normally
Because
almost
the
never
guy,
bet here.
because the guy in the middle would just fold a lot. I know that. Like if he has pocket sixes, he's just gonna fold.
Yeah, when
Because
he
I don't see
folds,
bet. They know he. This guy I play with him a lot. He knows I don't see bet all that often.
yeah. And is this guy's super passive?
Yeah, this is a fucking like I
When he's
call him
super,
Sir Limp
yeah.
a lot.
When he's this passive, at what point does he come out and bet a king? Like
I
if you
think he
check,
will.
it goes
I think
check.
he'll bet. I think he'll just bet. If it's King Queen, he's just gonna bet the flop.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think that this is a good, then I would really want to check then. Because
Yeah.
if you just bet here, he just calls with king, queen, and then turn, what do you want to do when he just calls you,
Yeah.
which happens. Okay. So now we get here and you're kind of in the spot we were talking about.
Yeah, this is not like this is a fucking horrible card.
So if
Like,
we go,
because
yeah,
when I bet the flop, I'm like, okay, I could still get value from like Queen Jack. Um, a 10 is probably not going to fold.
no,
And then this card
especially,
comes, I'm like, the fuck with this shit. Because
yeah,
when
he
I
has
bet here,
his
it's
10
not,
9, Jack 9,
yeah, it's
Queen
10 9,
Jack.
Queen Jack, and then he's not even gonna fold like King Jack, King 10, because now there's a gutter there.
Yep.
And then,
Well,
yeah,
he's
I was
never
like,
folding king 10.
yeah, and then I'm like, this is probably not a good turn card to keep barreling. So I checked it.
And he checks back. So what do we think about his range now?
When he checks back, I'm like, okay, he doesn't have a straight. He probably just has showdown.
What's
Um,
the
What
reason you don't think he cannot have a straight here? Because what is actually going to beat the straight here on the river?
uh, he doesn't have a straight because he checked back. They're not
he's
gonna
never
check. They're not gonna check a straight in position when.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're not going to slow play. They're straight here. Like that's
Yeah,
Okay, even if it's never, I mean, there's basically zero chance that he can lose on the river.
and
I,
that's true.
I don't think he has king queen. Like I think he would just bet a king here too.
Yeah. So I would say
Uh,
he at best he has a weak king. I
like
think his
it,
strongest hand is a weak king.
yeah, like most of the hand that he has is probably like Jack 10, Queen 10, uh, Queen 9, yeah, and Ace Jack.
He has no 10 9. He's got no queen jack. He's got no king 9, king
Yeah,
10. He has very little king queen, king jack. It's limp a lot. It's probably would have ace king in his range still, but he doesn't have ace king in this spot. He's never calling with ace king and then not betting when he actually hits his hand. And then so what he's got pocket eights, sevens, sixes that maybe get here, maybe some pocket jacks if he's super passive. Um, I think that a lot of the time he just has showdown value. Like,
Yeah, it's just showdown. Like most of the hands are showdown, like Queen 9, Jack
yep.
10, Queen 10. Uh yeah. And then this fucking card comes. Because in my mind, I'm like, I remember during the hand, I'm like, all right, good. He has showdown. So if the river came a blank, like a a 5, a 7, a deuce, a 3, I'm just gonna bomb it and he's gonna fold like Queen 9, Queen 10, Jack 10. But this fucking card comes. I'm like,
Is there anything that we can try to blast off here that we lose to? I mean, they're going to get more sticky. We don't expect him to have a lot of king X, so we think he has 10x and 9x here.
yeah,
He has some sliver of 4x because of him.
yeah,
So I don't think we have showdown value, but does he ever come out and bet a 10 here if we checked him?
no.
So he's never going to come out and bet a 10. He's just going to go into check call mode. Are we going to be able to make him fold a 10 if we go? I
That's the
mean, we
that's the
basically,
that's the deciding factor. When the paired river came, I decided I don't
it's
think they're
jam.
gonna fold to bet check bet line.
No, I agree. I would say that you have one size here and it's the jam, and I don't know if you're going to get the folds you need here.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you jam, it'd probably get them to fold. But at the time, I don't have the balls to jam.
Yeah, no, I've
So
been in a couple of spots where I didn't find the right size or I
Yeah,
just didn't do what I know I need to do.
the problem here is you, you want to follow 10x and 10x. It's so hard to
But
fold. Yeah, I only see jam or check. And ace queen actually has some showdown. Maybe he has.
we
yeah,
I don't
think
know.
Ace Queen has we don't think Ace Queen has showdown here because
yeah.
what does he get?
Uh,
Against Ace Jack, we have showdown, but most of the
I
time,
guess yeah.
no.
the,
90% of the time we don't have showdown here.
yeah,
99% of
I
the time.
agree. But oh man, do you really get okay with a jam? I would expect 10x to fold here.
So what
Yeah,
do we do here? So what if we go, yeah, jam 10x is folding, I think. Um, so if we go the check line here, we say it probably checks through,
Mhm.
right?
yeah.
So now
It
it checks
probably
through.
checks through.
Okay, on the turn, what do you want to do? 100 in the pot. Three players.
Uh, a 9. See, that's the thing. Like, it's still not a good card. Like,
It
they're
doesn't matter that much though, because it's like they're gonna tell you where they're at. So like if it checked here, you go check check, and this guy comes out and bets.
see. I would prefer a check on the turn line, and if he bets small, then check raise.
But that's what I'm saying. So we check here, so it goes check check, and this guy comes out and bets 25 into 100.
Yeah, then I
Now
would
we
check raise.
to what 125?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, no, that's the line I would like. So then if it goes check 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 check, and now we get to the river, there's 100 in the pot, board pairs. And now what do you want to do? I think we still have showdown value. We check. If he comes out
yeah.
and
We
bets
probably
small, I raise massively. And
yeah,
then if he just checks through, sometimes we have showdown and we win. Sometimes we just lose. It's okay.
yeah,
Check out of position. I need to do it too. You saw me. I just kept not. I was betting my thick value though, not my gutters. All right. Well,
yeah. It's a weird hand.
yeah. I think we just need to check flop. I think that we get a lot of good things happen when we check the flop, and a lot of bad things happen when we bet the flop. So if this comes off of a deuce, like you're just gonna 2x it.
If it comes out a deuce,
Just
I
gonna jam.
would, because he's just gonna call me with a king. Yeah, see, I don't. Yeah, yeah. Betting
It
at a
just
flop
doesn't
is
have a
not
king.
not. It's not that good.
Yeah, I just didn't understand. Like I know you're saying like nobody's gonna stab, but you're okay. Like it's okay if nobody stabs here.
I
You
don't know.
have
I
some
have.
smidge of showdown and you have a
Uh,
gutter. So it's like I don't understand why you would want to bet here because it's like
Yeah,
it doesn't it just your hand doesn't want to. Your hand is like, okay, I have some outs to improve to the nuts and I have some sort of showdown value. So like I'm
yeah,
perfectly fine with just a check here. I mean, and obviously a jack's a beautiful card in this situation. You end up stacking him, but yeah.
yeah.
So
I don't know. It's sometimes we all do
no,
dumb
I
shit.
did you just watched me play a bunch of hands poorly, so I mean, I'm not trying to diss. I'm just saying. I think the check
Oh,
is the
this is
right.
the fucking hand.
All right, I'm trying to remember this one. Roy, I love what you did here. I like this. I'm sure. Larry, you back?
I'm
This is
back.
a blind. This is a blind race, by the way. The guy,
Oh, it's
yeah,
blind raising.
it's a
Hell yeah.
blind race.
Where's the winner straddle on this hand?
Yeah.
Where is the winner straddle on?
This hand is right. The configuration is right.
So
It's
this guy put in a blind bet, a blind
yeah,
raise.
yeah. Before the cards were dealt, he put in 15.
And yeah, I like this. I think this is good
Okay.
against dead money.
Okay. I would have done it without dead money, depending on the player. Like if this is a player that's opening wide, I'm gonna three bet the shit out of King Jack. I did it yesterday.
And the guy,
Um,
yeah, and this guy was, he was here to gamble. He did not fold before this hand happened. He already lost 1,000.
Jesus.
Is this a
oh,
spot
great.
where, so I personally would prefer to raise something like King Jack suited here because it's very
Yep.
likely that we are going multi-way, and King Jack offsuit. I, I don't know. So in a tournament I might just fold or maybe call here
Yeah,
instead of
this is a
raising.
unique situation with the blind bet. I mean, the
Yeah,
blind bet changes everything.
yeah. So it's only two to act. And I know for a fact if I raise here, he's just not gonna fold. Like I'm dominating all the king X that he's calling. He's literally like V pipping 100%. He's just not folding anything.
Bozer, do you understand what the blind bet is here? Because it's very unique to cash.
He's betting
Yeah.
blind. He's coming out and betting without looking at his cards.
Yeah.
So
So
this is a
he's putting in
premium hand.
$15 in right after the straddle.
Blind.
But
Yeah,
it's
this
not a
is
straddle because
Oh,
it doesn't give him
but
last to act preflop.
No.
It's
okay, and
No.
why are we?
He has no option to re-raise. If it's limp to him, he cannot raise.
it's
Okay,
one of
and
the most
why are we
degen plays
not?
in poker.
Okay, but we don't want to go with 3 or 4 people. Why are we not raising bigger then?
that's what I was gonna that was gonna be my nitpick is that we want to get this heads up against a shit
Arguably,
range,
we can
Yeah,
go bigger.
I don't think I didn't think they were
especially out of
gonna
position.
call a $45 raise.
Dude, you're playing
It's
1-3.
I don't know.
Look at Larry's hand where guys opened 67 and people fucking called. It's ridiculous.
I'm 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 okay with smaller sizing because I'm okay with my post flop
Yeah.
pay, so it's
Now I
fine.
will say that this is fine because a lot of time you won't get called. Like
Yeah,
if it was a different configuration of like call or like a call here and then you only went to 45, I would say that that's a punt because this is so likely to get called.
yeah,
Or whatever, like a different configuration where there was somebody that openly put money into the pot already. They V-pipped and then you went over the top because now you have a much higher chance of them calling your three bet. But I think that this is fine when these people are unlikely to call a lot of the time.
yeah.
Okay,
So,
What do
but
we
they do.
know?
So, who is this person? Do we know anything about this person? Big blind.
Not really.
Okay, and we know that this guy's a DGen.
No, it
So
was actually the lady who called. So just assume it was the
this
lady.
is her.
I
Oh,
probably
so
miss put in the hand incorrectly.
Asian lady, you said.
Yeah, as an Asian lady.
Okay, so she's got like a lot of jacks that don't want to raise. Like sometimes a lot of people will play jacks like that, ace king, ace queen, ace jack, suited aces, suited broadways, offsuit broadways probably as well, and
Yep.
then pocket pairs. A lot of pocket pairs.
So this is a tough situation. What I think of initially is how much ace X is in their very wide range here.
A lot.
Like I think it goes down to like ace 10 off, maybe even ace 9 off.
I think
So when
ace
you
nine suited, ace ten off. Yeah.
yeah, when you start giving him all those 12 combos of offsuit, I'm really
Yeah,
uncomfortable here.
yeah. But it's fine. Because I'm checking.
Yeah, that's what I would
Yep.
do.
Okay, checks and it checks through. All right, what do we want to do here?
So it's great when it checks through, but in my mind, they could still be checking some aces.
We think they're going to check a decent amount of aces still on this
Yeah, because this
board.
is super dry. Like if they have
Yep.
ace five, I think they're just gonna check it.
Yep. And
Uh,
then, so what? We want to check then and evaluate their sizing.
yeah, so I checked again. I just thought
Okay.
this hand was a one street hand, and then we faced this shit and a call.
What do you want to do here?
I know what I did.
I know what you did too, but I don't know if, I mean, I'm not going to say anything because we're in the middle of the hand. I don't know how you call here. What do we, he goes 85. Um, 85 into 141. What do we think about her range? We think she has some king X that'll do that.
Yeah,
So
and then a
you
bunch of
check
ace X.
twice. Yeah, there's you check twice, so you are giving rope here. I think that she's got plenty of king X that comes out and does this. This guy call. What does he
Yeah, and
call
he
behind with?
calls.
So he's that's either very strong or I mean it can be very strong in that spot. Hmm,
I would
Yeah, they
fold here.
both they both can have an ace. So yeah,
But you said this woman is the stabby woman, right?
differently.
yeah.
Yep.
This was before I thought she was all that stabby.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so she was just Asian lady, not stabby lady.
I would get out when there's
She
two
she
callers
she was
here.
she, yeah, she was Asian lady before she turned into stabby lady.
Yeah, I would get out. You might be drawing to two outs here. I'm out.
I mean, what outs are you drawing to?
I'm sorry, you're not drawing anything. You could be dead.
Yeah, you're not drawing to anything here because your king is not good if they have an
Yeah,
ace. So,
Can't even hit
um,
the jackpot.
yeah. I'm out. I'm out of this.
okay, that's not what Sam does. Oh wait, you did fold.
Yeah.
I fold, yeah.
What do they
Oh,
show up with here?
I thought you called, but yeah, no, I like your fold. I misremembered the hand. I thought you called here. You know, I like the fold even though I know the results. There's checks. This guy checks behind. She has queens.
Pain.
I
So
mean, look at this shit.
yeah, before you. But before you know, and with two people in the pot, either way, like I'm even with her being stabby, this guy calling behind, I'm not. I mean, like you've got
Yeah,
some portion. I think you can maybe call one time because we think if you know she's gonna stab wide with more than ace X after you check twice, and she's gonna have some king X in there, and then this guy calls behind, he still has some draws, so I think we can still call and then check
yeah. I
river
didn't I
a
didn't
lot.
like the sizing because she was betting 85 into like 140 ish. I'm like, that's a little big, man.
Oh, yeah, I agree with the fold. I think that maybe
If
is
he
there
if he
any reason that we can find a call here? Like
I would call
after.
if there was a bet and a fold, but when there's a bet and a call against what we
Mhm.
assume are two very wide ranges, I
Yeah,
think this is a good fold. Against one bet and a fold, we can call. Against a bet and a call, I think we just fold. I think
That's
this
yeah.
is a good
I
fold.
can I think I can agree with that because I mean the only reason I can maybe contemplate calling here is that what do we think he does with a lot of his aces here when the board now comes another with a draw?
Yeah.
I think he's probably going to raise off aces. If we know that, like say we're later on and we know that she's just stabbing wide as shit, this guy's calling behind. I mean, then you can, yeah, I don't know. I think fold's fine. You this time you didn't win, but you you were wrong. But
Good fall.
um,
And it was huge pot too. God damn it.
yeah, queen high wins. All right, interesting. I thought you called there. I don't know why. I thought this was one of the hands that I was like, what the hell is he doing?
Good
All
fold.
right. Good fold. I like it. We're gonna ISO size. Larry.
We got a button straddle.
No, it's a normal straddle, and then the Sir Limp a lot limps the button.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, this is a tough spot with this hand. I don't know what to do here. I don't know if we always need to ISO this hand.
Definitely to be ISOing here.
Brian's like, yeah, we're ISOing it. Fuck off.
Larry, I'm gonna come and sit behind you while you're playing and be like, ISO that, do that, be more aggressive, and you can come and tell me to stop being fucking so aggressive. Um, all right. So is it a $5 shot? It's not $6 shot. Damn, it's a five
Damn,
dollar
how much
shot.
is the straddle? Is it really 6?
Yeah, it's 6.
Oh, really? I'd go a
All
little
right.
bigger than I think.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's a 1, 2, 3 game. Straddle is 6.
Okay.
it's
So
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you put $1
Or
on the button.
oh, it's a button so that the button ante
Yeah.
dollar ante on the button. Okay. I guess it makes sense when you have a crazy drop. Um, your Limpalop is going to call us. We're gonna check, I'm assuming. We're gonna check. And then so Limpalop is bet 40 into 70.
Yep.
All right, what does everybody want to do here?
very hard to continue.
What do we think about his range here? I think he has some 9x that goes this side on the board, but I
Yep.
also think he has a plenty of pairs. I think
I mean,
3x
so
might even go like this.
we're ahead of his heart draws. We don't like having the 10 hearts. We think, I mean, what's his VPIP? It's like 60, 70% or something.
High. Like north of 40.
So the question is, I mean, it's very hard for us to improve here, and it's very hard for us to get to realize our equity across 3 streets. And it's very hard for us to bluff out of position here. I mean, we can argue that we're blocking 9x with the 10, and then we could
Nah.
check raise. But I think mostly I just fold here.
So I personally would only continue here with oh wait. Can you
If
go back to the pre-flop action, please?
it was a
Because
limp button ISO here. He limped
you
this button. He ISO to 30. This guy called, and then he checks to him.
uh I want the ace of hearts here. I'm just folding.
I would say that it
You could
really
call
depends.
here. You could call it. I don't feel this hand is good enough to raise.
I'm trying to stop floating so wide, so I think that I should normally like I've been working on folding this. Like when they're telling me and they bet $40 into the pot, they're telling me that like it's gonna be hard to make me fold. You need to start folding, but
Well, we
call.
ISO bluffed. We missed our flop, and now he's telling us he likes his hand. He has some bluffs around the hearts, which are ahead of. We don't like having the 10 hearts. I think it's a fold.
I think it's a fold, but I also think that there's enough hand here. Like I think that this is a lot of pocket eight, seven, sixes, five. They're gonna come out and do this off. They don't think threes are gonna bet kind of big on this flop. But I don't know. Honestly, I would fold, but it
Okay,
floats.
so one thing I want to say about the 10 of hearts here, do you really think it's a problem? Because what hands would he call it? It would be 10-9 suited. And the 10 of hearts doesn't really
I wouldn't
block
try to put him
10.
on that specific of a range. He V pips
I'll
over
I'll tell you
50%.
what I'll tell you what
He's
I'm
got plenty of
thinking.
9x in his range.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking in the hand. So what is his range? His range is some flush draws,
Mhm.
some like queen jack of hearts, some ace x of hearts, and a bunch of pairs and some 3x. Uh,
What's 3x?
some 3x, uh, and
It
then
doesn't
a bunch of
got five
pocket
three,
pairs.
2-3, 7-3, four
Yeah,
three. Like he's got
maybe,
all
but
the
maybe not.
ace three.
Yeah, maybe not 7-3, but definitely like 5-3.
Hmm.
Uh,
He's got 9-7, 9-6, 9-8, 9-10, Jack 9, Queen 9, King 9. Probably all of the offsuit combos and suited combos.
and then my thought is, what is he gonna do with his draws on the turn? He's probably gonna check. If he has a nine, he's gonna continue betting. If he has a pocket pair, he's probably gonna check. Uh, yeah, if he has like ace five or hearts, he's probably like, I'm not quite sure about the draws. He might bet, he might check. I don't know, but I know if he has a nine, then he would bet again. I don't think he has pocket tens, pocket jacks here. So
Oh,
most of the hands is probably like pocket sixes, pocket sevens, pocket eights, pocket fours. Uh,
we think he's gonna get real honest on the turn is basically what we're going. Is that
yeah,
we think his nines continue
yeah,
big, his flush draws check back, his threes check
yeah.
back.
Because
So
I play with him, and this is not the first time. Like this time, I value bet the river, but the last couple of times I just blast him off his hand when he checked back the turn.
okay. All right. We call, we bink, we make the nuts, we check. The limp a lot, check back. So he has sevens, eights, nine, sevens, eights, fives, fours. He's got some threes. I mean, that's basically and some flush draws. That's what he has. So it's out.
Yeah,
So
he doesn't have a nine, and then he has some flush draws.
he's got no nines here.
No, no nines.
So
Oh.
how big can we bet to get him to call with a full house?
Yeah, if people have issues folding four houses. I don't.
I'm gonna go 200 here.
Gotta go both.
200. Yeah, it's fine. I was gonna say sometimes we could shove.
I mean, yeah, the thing is, like, there's a three call a shove.
Is there any chance he bets when you check here? Let's say he has pocket eights, pocket sevens, pocket sixes, fives, fours.
I mean, he limp slide. He's probably pretty passive. He probably will check back.
Oh,
What
it's
if he's trying
limp a
to,
lot. Yeah.
and what if he's trying to trap with
Okay,
pretty
we bet.
passive? I
If
think they have
we
some portion of their range that bets, but I think when we check raise, we don't get called by it. But I think if we go big bet here, we just get called by all the might check and all the stuff blank fold raise.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to check raise because I don't think he's gonna bet the size that I bet. And then when I do check raise, it's probably gonna be right around where I would have initially bet anyway. So
Yeah. So
You you
I think you
also
go
mentioned
smaller, but
he never has jacks here, right? Jacks
no,
plus.
he's just gonna open with jacks.
I actually like a jam.
why? I mean, do we think that he's ever folding pocket eights if we jam?
Yeah, that's a good question. So if he never folds pocket eights, I mean he cannot have too
think
many
he,
good
f-
hands.
I think he finds some folds with pocket.
Yeah, a jam would be a 3x pot jam, like close to it.
This is the question though, is if we were bluffing here, what size would we use? Would we ever bluff here?
I don't like if I'm gonna bluff here, I think I'm gonna use the small size.
Yeah,
Just to get him off of like the ace high flush draws.
so we're gonna want to jam a
Uh,
lot then.
I I don't think I don't think he's
I would say, yeah, if I was bluffing here, I might bet $50 to get ace, a sometimes better ace to fold in mine.
yeah.
Think that we're never getting a three to fold for $50. We're never getting any pocket $50. think that even it's questionable. I mean, I think a jam. I think you can go as crazy as 300 here. Get called by like pocket eights or 250 or 300, but I don't know if I would want to here.
Yeah.
This is a key spot. You go 175, and he calls you. Does he
It's a
snap you
tank
or
call. It wasn't a snap call. He tanked for a minute. So the sizing was just right.
Nice.
yeah? I
Like
mean,
if
yeah,
I went 300, I think he might have folded.
right. Or what he
Nice hand,
calls you
sir.
with. Take it
Uh,
down.
I don't know what he called me with, but it's got to be a boat. So
Yeah, it had to be like eights or something,
yeah.
eights or seven. I mean, it might have been even like. Oh, all right. Well, that's just odd. This just makes me think about like when we're bluffing here. It's like, do we? Because normally I'm almost never running the big bluff here because I think I'm going to get called so often, and I have been called so often when I run a large bluff in these spots.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe, but then now it's like, as we're talking through it, it's like if we think that eights might fold sometimes to a jam,
I
do we
I
just want to jam as
I
a bluff?
I don't know, man. But like, I would still, if I had like 7, 8 of hearts here, I would still just bluff small.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. It's those are tough spots. I mean,
yeah.
I even I think Mark Hungry Horse is going to be like, "Ah, I don't want to jam here, even though maybe some portion of the time they fold.
All right, we like
Um,
kings.
70. So now we go for a big size because we're just going to get called. And there's 15
Not
extra bucks in the pot.
it's not that big. Like it should have been 75.
Yeah, I would look at absolute sizing. I think it's big enough.
Ooh.
Okay, check, check. What do we know about this player? What do we think their range is?
I was only there for maybe 30 minutes. I've seen him limp a lot. This was probably the first time I saw him open.
Okay,
So
so we
when
think
that
his range
happened,
contains ace X,
yeah, yeah, it's probably a stronger range.
suited broadways, pairs above,
I don't even think
eights.
it's suited broadways.
We think
Like
it's like queens.
stronger, like tens, nines plus, probably like
Nines.
ace jack plus, like king queen suited, that type of shit.
But now we don't think that it's eight. We don't think we think it's nines to queen because we don't think he has kings and we think he just
He doesn't have aces, that's for sure. He
yeah.
he has ace king here, ace queen here, uh, and then like pocket jacks, pocket queens,
And we
pocket
think that
ten.
he's never checking ace king here. I mean, which I agree with. He's probably never checking ace
Yeah, if we check to
hearts
him,
on the
he's not. I
board.
don't think. No, I don't think he's checking ace king here because the board is wet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now the hearts come in, and what do you want to do here?
But that was my default line. Like
Yeah, I'm
always
gonna check there.
checking. Um, Initially I thought about checking, but when I glanced over, I saw when the 8 of hearts hits, and I saw him go to his hands and check for hearts. I'm like, oh, this guy has a pair.
Okay. So he's got jacks with a heart or queens with a heart.
You know, it's hands with a heart.
Yeah, so normally without that read, we're thinking he never checks ace king there except maybe ace king of hearts,
Yeah.
ace queen of hearts.
Normally I would just
We just don't think he has a lot of flush draws.
yeah,
A lot of
normally I would
flushes.
just either check or bet small.
Do we think he's gonna bet his heart draws on
Uh, maybe,
maybe
maybe
not?
not. I'm not sure.
Like they overstab in three bet pots, so I'd say they're probably gonna bet a lot of their hard draws in this spot because they just want to take it down before
Yeah.
it ends. So I'd say that we expect them to have very little flushes here. So we want to go. We don't think they're gonna have a lot of flush. We probably just want to go big to target the flush draws and the under pairs containing a heart.
Yeah.
Go 100.
Without that read, I would never take this sizing.
And normally you would be going like 40, 30 here, right?
Smaller, yeah, like 60, no more than 70.
We going like 40 probably because we want him to
Yeah,
float wide with queens, and
yeah,
then we want him to raise off flushes.
yeah.
Okay. What happens if we check here? So if we check, what does he do? Do his queens come out and stab? They're not going to stab again on the river, so then we'll get in a weird spot where we either have to donk the river or
Yeah,
get
I
big.
don't
So
know. I
yeah,
don't know what he was gonna do, but
yeah, all right. So 120, I like it with the read. He calls. Now what do we think about his range?
it's still the same range. Probably doesn't have an ace. Probably have a pair with a heart.
For the heart, not
Good.
going to call a lot of money. They missed. Oh, go ahead, bub.
Yeah, sorry, but the 9 is also really bad, right? Because he can still have 9x.
He's not going to have a lot of. He opened, and he said his
No,
opening range is
yeah.
very strong. So he basically has quads, or yeah, he's got like quads basically,
Would
and
you ever
that's
block here?
He
Block
doesn't
like
have
for,
quads. He would
well,
bet the flop.
that's what I'm saying is the only time he can have nine X's. It's really so
Yeah.
we he doesn't have.
uh, would you
So
bet like really, could you ever block like really small here, like 50 bucks?
I think I would go for how much will queens call?
Yeah, how much would queen like in my mind I'm just like how much would queens and jacks call?
Say queens call 25, 25, 100, something like that. Larry, how much do you think queens will call?
I think 100 is the right number.
100. Okay. Bob, how much are queens calling?
Uh, sorry, I feel like I didn't listen in too much because I feel like his range you're describing is insane to me. It's like you must have a really good read on this guy, and then I don't know what he would call with queens.
Well, he gets the idea that the guy limps a lot and that he's almost never opening. So when he opens and gets three bet, his continuing range isn't going to contain like a lot. So if he's not, if you see him play a bunch and he doesn't raise ace jack, then do you think he's raising king nine or anything? So we can
Yeah.
say that he doesn't contain a lot of ace. It doesn't contain a lot of nine X, and then on a wet dynamic board on the flop, he's not gonna check ace X. He's
Hmm.
never. He doesn't have ace X getting here, and then
Yeah.
a lot of his range is gonna be like his range is ace king ace queen, but we don't think he has a lot of that because we think a lot of that's just gonna bet when there's two hearts on the board, and then we get to the turn, so we think we reduce a lot of aces after he checks the flop. And then we come out and bet large because he was looking at his cards whenever the heart came out. Sam is basically like this guy.
So my first instinct on this river is basically just betting 100 around the sizing. Just looking at the stack size, it's 1/3. I feel like this is what people would call, and maybe we can go a little bit bigger. 120. Let's go with 120.
I like 100. I think 120 is probably not bad. I think they probably still call for the extra $20. They don't want to fold their queens. They don't show, but damn, you win, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh, he had
Um
queens or jacks or some shit.
he did not snap call, so I like when they don't snap call and I think about it a little bit, I'm like, all right, it probably was the right sizing.
Yeah, so they got like queens or jacks.
Yeah.
So
Queen,
good
jacks,
read.
tens, something like that.
Good read. Good.
And
Yeah.
they're not
Good.
like you could just bet with impunity when they're not turning those hands into a bluff. Because if you reverse and look at it from my perspective, like my range is it is kind of crippled.
Yeah. I mean, if I was up
right?
against you and you check the flop. It's not when you go down bet on the river.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it's
would be if I was playing against you, I would just be thinking about my perceived range for what you think, because that would be the best way to
yeah.
play against someone that's all they're thinking about is what do you have. So like when you blast big after I called too small size, call you off with everything because you're doing that because you think I don't be strong enough to.
Yeah. Like I keep
So
telling them like that you guys should bluff me. I am going to fold, but they don't do it. I'm serious. Like at the table,
God.
like I'm really easy, man.
Well, no one's adjusting to you, so like
They
yeah, that's
don't.
what
They
makes it
don't.
profitable.
I'm telling you, they don't. That's like
Well,
everything
think
that
about it like
Hungry
this.
Hearts.
Is
Every
anybody ever paying attention? Like half the people aren't paying attention when they're not in the hand. They're sitting there looking at their phone. Like
no,
they
they're
don't
they're
give a shit
paying
what's going
attention
on.
to they're paying attention to their hands. Like I the other day I
Yeah.
was playing with this guy. Like literally, when he have top of the range, the sizing would be over bet, and then when it's a weaker hand, he would just bet smaller. So what I did
Yeah.
is when he c bets into when he opens and he c bets and I call from the big blind, he took a smaller sizing. I just check raise him
Yeah.
because it didn't
I
matter
mean,
what my hand was.
yeah, there was a lady that I played against that did the opposite, where she would just stab big with all her bullshit and then go very small whenever she actually wanted to get called. Because some people have that, they just want to get called. So like when she's going small, I'm folding just because like, she's just dying to get a call here. But when she goes
Yeah,
big, she has nothing, and I'm just gonna check raise
yeah,
and
but
fold everything.
I don't assume right away when I sit down. I have to see like a couple showdowns
Yeah,
uh
that's what makes it hard when
before
you sit down and
yeah before like so like I don't pay much attention to the good rags, but I hone in on the fishes, especially
oh yeah.
when they have big stacks. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah, you
That
want to be playing against the fish.
yeah, that I could exploit, or he's giving me signs that he has a strong hand, weak hand, or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, there was a guy that I almost called off, made a terrible call against yesterday just because I kind of thought he was trying to go after me. And then I was like, what's more likely? This guy is actually like overly aggressive and coming after me when I'm in these spots, or that he just has a really good hand.
And
Like
then
he
most
has
of the time,
yeah,
yeah,
he just
they
has a really good hand.
they just have a really good hand.
Like, because it happened like a couple of times. I'm like, what the hell? This guy's three betting me every single time I open, and then he's just going like he goes big bet jam, and I'm like, is going
And
on? And I was like, no, he just has aces or kings. Like he just keeps getting aces or kings when I have pocket nines or tens or some shit. And then it happened. I flop a set when he does it. I jam. He flips over kings right away, and I'm like, I got his top set. Like
yeah,
I was like, okay,
there's
so this
another
entire
hand
time
that
he was just blasting me because he had the good hand.
yeah, there's another hand that I was talking about this white guy who moved down from 2-5-10 last night, and it was checked through on the flop, and then he turned the straight with the flush draw. So it was two spade and two diamonds. I think he opened, he checked out of position. This is the guy that I talked about. Like when I saw him pause a little bit when he opens, even though there's no sizing tells, there's like a timing tell on his open,
Hmm.
especially when it's opening into my blinds. He was very cautious when he was opening into my blinds.
Okay.
Uh, and I think it was three ways. It was checked through. One guy called from the blinds, one guy called from the button. I think he opened from the cutoff. Check through, he hits it straight on the turn, and then he just like went on to blast mode.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like they check on the flop, that means they don't have a strong range. And after he turned his hand over, he was like, "Oh, I thought it'll make it more bluffy." But in my mind, I'm like,
oh,
it's
you
not
just are
making it.
greedy.
Yeah, it's not making it bluffy. You just have a good hand most of the time. It's like I've seen it over and over again. When he bluffed, he take a small sizing. When
Well, you have people that sit there and tell you that they are almost 100% certain that you're bluffing and they don't
yeah,
call you.
yeah,
So why like they're not doing like they're not these same people just don't call when they're pretty confident. So it's like
Yeah.
whatever. But last night I played with I'm gonna be on a poker vlog soon because I played against some guy, big vlog, the Sethi poker guy.
What's his name?
Oh, Sethi Poker.
Yeah, I played against him. As soon as he sat down, I was like, I can't wait to get on the vlog, buddy. It's this guy.
No,
He
oh,
was
this guy.
he was not good. I was like, I said to him at one point, I said, I wish I watched more of your shit so I know how you play. And he started laughing, but I was like, I saw him walk in, I was like, I recognize this guy, but I don't watch it. I think I watched him play one time. I was like, oh, he's not very good, so not gonna watch it. But yeah, I played with him last night. Vacation.
How'd it go?
I got um slow night, like I was just grinding up the stack a bit, and then I flopped not straight in a th three-way pot.
That's nice.
And I checked, and the guy bet 50 into it, and this old guy check raised to like 250. I jammed, and he called, and he had a pair river to boat. I was pretty pissed off and left. So
Yeah, I
I
would
just
me
got,
too. That's
yeah,
painful.
I just walked out the door because I was like, I really want to, and I wanted, like this fucking donkey, blah blah blah. But I was like, this is what I want to have. You call me in this spot. I want him to
Maybe
make
you should
awful
become a
calls.
poker vlogger. This guy's got like 250,000 views and he's a bad player.
I mean, from when I watch him play, it doesn't. I think I would wreck him. We played. We only played for like an hour to the bigger game. Like, this guy's play, and I could see his hands because he's vlogging right next to me. See the
Oh,
cat. I
so he's
wasn't in
holding
the
him up
hand.
to his little camera.
Yeah, and I can like see him on the camera. And, like, dude, I'm not gonna look him in the hand because I don't want to cheat, but I can see what he's doing, and I was like he had a great spot to do a check rate bluff, and he didn't run it, and then he yeah, the other guy ended up bluffing him off. That player, it was very obviously a bluff. Ran like a terrible small size. Just sitting there in my head, like now raise him. You have eight high. Raise this guy on the river. He has nothing strong here. He just didn't do it.
Uh,
Yeah, it's he seemed. It was
Sethi
like the most.
Poker.
I
Yeah,
mean, I
yeah.
think it's more from like funny like skits and stuff, more
Now
than like
he wasn't.
actually playing poker.
Yeah, no, he's not like a pro. He's just he does funny skits. I don't even want to say he was like. I didn't think he was bad. He was like a. I mean, he says break even poker player. He's not like he's out here trying to be the best. He's trying to
Have
play.
fun,
Yeah, have
He's
some
making
fun.
content.
Yeah, he's probably making more money than me.
enjoying playing a game.
Are
He's
you
not out here spazzing like me.
All
are you
right, guys, should we
actually
call it? Talk on
wait?
Monday.
All right.
All right, guys. Good luck this
Later.
weekend.
Hey,
You
Everybody
saying
take a
something,
hand
bub?
on
thanks.
Monday.
Yeah, thanks for the session. And click this link because your story reminds me of that sketch.
Uh,
Oh
what playing with
yes,
a?
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. No, that one's real bad.
All
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
guys.
So,
We will talk to you on Monday.
Right.
all right. See you guys.
All right.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. Good luck this weekend.